Test. Check. 1 2. 1 2. Check. 1 2. Test. No wonder I couldn't hear anything. 1 2. Check. What? Testing. 1 2. Check. Check. Whoops. Check. 1 2. I got to turn myself up. 1 2. Test.
Test 1 2 3 4. Test. A little light.
One two. Check.
How's my sound? We good?
Yeah, you sound good.
Okay.
Don't know why, but you do. Kidding.
Yeah. You know, one of those kidding jokes, you know.
1 2. Check. Test. Test. 1 2. 1 2. 1 2.
Dum, ba-dum, bum, bum.
Dun. Hey.
Watch the meter go up tonight.
We all have those times in life where having insurance has been a great comfort in helping to make a bad situation better. Naylor Insurance takes pride in being that friend there to help you when you need it the most. Serving the community since 1978, Naylor Insurance is proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your insurance needs through Mutual of Enumclaw. Stop by our new location, 223 North State Street in Preston.
Franklin County Medical Center is proud to provide excellence in surgical and specialty healthcare right here in our community, making it extremely convenient to receive world-class care without even leaving the county. The best part is that we work closely with your primary care physicians to ensure
This is your countdown for the Preston Indians pregame show. Pregame in 30 seconds from Mark. As we'll have a good game today, hopefully. And Pregame show will start in 15 seconds from Mark. Pregame in 10 seconds from Mark. Have a good game. Pregame show in 5 seconds from Mark. This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. Tonight, the Preston Indian football team wraps up their regular season as they play host to the Snake River Panthers. Hi, everybody. I'm Dan Hubbard. Welcome to the pregame show as the Preston Indians take the field tonight, knowing that tonight will be their final game of the year. With a 1-7 record, losers of 4 in a row, the Indians know that a playoff spot is not in their future, and tonight will be their final game of the year. I ran into some players at the volleyball matches earlier this week over in Pocatello, and they assured me that they are committed to a man to try to go out with a successful night tonight in this game here against Snake River. Now, speaking of the Panthers, they come in 5-2. They know that they'll be part of the playoffs when they get started next week, as they are already their district champions in the 3A division, and they're waiting to see who they will play when the pairings are announced over the weekend. Now, speaking of those playoff pairings coming up here on the pregame show, Brandon Bainey from IdahoSports.com will join us. We'll talk about the playoffs in the 4A divisions as they get ready to announce those playoff pairings. Some of the races still up in the air. Some of those spots are still unclaimed, and still some very important games to be played tonight on the final game of the regular season around the 4A division to decide some of those open playoff spots. We'll also talk to Craig Cunningham as we'll jump into the Coach's Corner coming up in just a little bit, brought to you by Evergreen Financial. We'll talk to the coach about the way that his opening season at the helm of the Preston football program has gone, getting to look back a little bit about some of the things that maybe he would change or do differently as the season unfolds and he gets ready for season 2. And, of course, coming up next, it'll be time for the scene set. John Slaughter will join me. We'll talk more about this game against the Snake River Panthers as the Indians wrap up their regular season here tonight. The scene set is brought to you by North Star's Ultimate Outdoors, and it's on the way next, so stay with us here on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on mylocalradio.com.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
People oftentimes ask us, why do people from other areas of the valley or other parts of the state or drive so far to come here? And a lot of times I'll ask them, so why did you drive past several different dealers to come and buy your car here? And a lot of times they say, I just like the environment here. I like the low pressure. They don't play games. You guys are straightforward with me. You don't, trick me into buying something I don't want. We take care of people the way we want to be treated, and so they'll drive a ways to do that.
Bought my first truck from here in 1992 when I was 14 years old, and been buying trucks and a few cars ever since. I'm always referring friends, family, anybody I talk to West Motor Company.
We have a good time here, We have a great team of employees that we encourage them to have fun. Play at work is kind of one of our mottos.
West Motors will treat you like family.
WestMotorCompany.com. Hi, my name is Penny Wright, born and raised in Preston. I am your local Medicare agent. I am here to give you the knowledge you need so you can make an informed and wise choice for your Medicare needs. Call me at 208-852-2367 if you're turning 65 or have any Medicare questions.
Since 2005, North Star's Ultimate Outdoors has been Cache Valley's source for fun and adventure. It's here you can find the biggest selection of snowmobiles, ATVs, utility vehicles, and handheld power equipment from the brand names you know, such as Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. The professionally trained staff at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors of Preston has what it takes to get you out on the nation's leading brands. The best deals in the best town. North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts. 777 North State Street, Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
And welcome back here to the pregame show. Here tonight is time for the scene set tonight. The scene set brought to you by North Star's Ultimate Outdoors as the Indians get ready to play their final game of the season. And John Slaughter, fortunately they know that the postseason is not in the offing, and they know that their season definitely ends here tonight.
Yeah, these players are they hate to see the last game. I just know from past experience watching these guys, especially the seniors, when they know they walk off the field tonight, they know they have to leave it all on the field.
Last week, another tough loss, losing to Pocatello. They go 0-2 in district play. And Preston now comes into the game on a 4-game losing streak. Yeah,
and, I know most of these young men, and they're going to be playing for pride tonight, I think. They're going to be playing for the chance to at least walk away winners.
It is senior night, and they're going to honor 13, 14 seniors, whatever it is. A lot of the kids, like you said, these are good kids. They have busted a hump this year trying to make this team better.
Right, and it's really hard. You can say anything you want. You can look at the coaches, you can look at the players, the talent. You can look at the fans. I mean, you can make any excuse you want of why our season wasn't as what we expected. But it's a new season. It's just one of those things that's going to happen. Happens to every team at one time or another. And, this is a growing experience for us.
So it's last game, but, something we talked to the coach about was the juniors. The juniors, a good group of juniors coming back. So it kind of leads into next year. Next year starts tomorrow.
That's right.
As they'll start looking forward to another season right away. And, it's a good group of juniors coming back for next year as well.
Being one of the smaller schools, in the state, I mean, we're not 2 or 3A, but the smallest school in 4A, a lot of these kids play multiple sports, and that's what keeps them in shape and does good things. But they're going to have football on their mind all the time. I know my son he's 33, and he still thinks about football. But so this is something that's going to be on these young men's mind for all year long and ready to go for next year.
It'd be interesting to see what happens and things that lead into next year. I mean, I don't anticipate any changes to the coaching staff. I don't anticipate really any changes really in their philosophies either. But that's going to be an interesting step toward next season on how exactly they want to move, how exactly they want to. Set up the offense and the defense for the coming year.
Right. There's and during the year between now and next fall, there's going to be a lot of evaluation. There's going to be a lot of film watching. Coach Cunningham and his men are going to be watching film, saying, well, maybe this will work better for us. Maybe, with the talent we have coming back, maybe we can do this, move this person to this position, and they'll be putting it on the calendar for sure all year long.
Well, we'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll look at some of the other games being played around the area. We'll do that as we continue on the pregame show right after this.
People oftentimes ask us, why do people from other areas of the valley or other parts of the state or drive so far to come here? And a lot of times I'll ask them, so why did you drive past several different dealers to come and buy your car here? And a lot of times they say, I just like the environment here. I like the low pressure. They don't play games. You guys are straightforward with me. You don't, trick me into buying something I don't want. We take care of people the way we want to be treated, and so they'll drive a ways to do that.
Bought my first truck from here in 1992 when I was 14 years old, and been buying trucks and a few cars ever since. I'm always referring friends, family, anybody I talk to West Motor Company.
We have a good time here, you know. We have a great team of employees that we encourage them to have fun. Play at work is kind of one of our mottos.
West Motors will treat you like family.
WestMotorCompany.com.
With over 24 years of building multifamily and commercial projects across the Intermountain West, Procon stands apart as a leader in the custom framing industry, driven by the standard of delivering the highest level of customer service, high-quality work, and integrity. Procon is dedicated to building multifamily and commercial properties that exceed customer expectations. Visit online to see why Procon stands above the rest at buildprocon.com.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
North Star's Ultimate Outdoors is the best provider of power sport vehicles right here in downtown Preston. Vehicles and equipment from brand names that you know and trust, like Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. Stop in and let us get you ready for your next adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts, 777 North State Street, Preston.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
A couple of the key games of interest around the area tonight as the Westside Pirates also having senior night tonight. They will host Malad this evening, and they'll decide who is the District 5 champion in 4A tonight as Century is at Pocatello this evening. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll talk to Coach Cunningham. We'll do that as we continue right after this. It's the goal in everyone's life to reach financial independence and security. Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston can help with strategies to assist in those goals. They will design a plan to suit you, whether it be for your family, home, or current or future investments. Evergreen Financial Partners can help with life insurance, long-term life, 401ks, retirement plans, or mutual funds. Contact the experts at Evergreen Financial and let them put a plan together for you. Find them at 41 West 1st South in Preston, or go online to set your appointment at evergreenfinancialpartners.net. Evergreen Financial Partners, your first step to financial security.
People oftentimes ask us, why do people from other areas of the valley or other parts of the state or drive so far to come here? And a lot of times I'll ask them, so why did you drive past several different dealers to come and buy your car here? And a lot of times they say, I just like the environment here. I like the low pressure. They don't play games. You guys are straightforward with me. You don't, trick me into buying something I don't want. We take care of people the way we want to be treated, and so they'll drive a ways to do that.
Bought my first truck from here in 1992 when I was 14 years old, and been buying trucks and a few cars ever since. I'm always referring friends, family, anybody I talk to West Motor Company.
We have a good time here, We have a great team of employees that we encourage them to have fun. Play at work is kind of one of our mottos.
West Motors will treat you like family.
WestMotorCompany.com.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
Welcome back here to the pregame show. We'll spend a couple of minutes in the Coach's Corners, brought to you by Evergreen Financial Partners with Coach Craig Cunningham as we get ready for the final game of the year. That sounds kind of strange, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It's kind of sad, Feel bad for the seniors and that final game is just that reality gut check, like, oh no. They know it's the last time they're going to be padding up and running out onto their field, and So, we're reminding them, don't take that for granted and go out.
You're right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's a small group of seniors compared to what's normally classes have been. But with what 14 seniors, I guess now when you include Owen Pearson coming back, he did last week. So 14 seniors, but it's been a group of seniors who have put out everything, not only this year but in years gone by.
Yeah, good group of kids, love them to death. And I just wish the best for them, not just in the game, but in life. And so we're excited for tonight to get them a win.
Let's talk about what happened with Pocatello here a little bit. Pretty good game. You guys, just for whatever reason, you get close, and then they would score again.
Yeah, it's we really struggled stopping their running game. They are very good. We knew that. Credit to them. Just need to get a few stops. If we could do that, we obviously felt like we could, come out on top of that one. But they do a great job at the line of scrimmage and control it, and they have great running backs. If they get an opening, they can gash you, and that's what happened.
Defensively, they did some things a little bit differently, it looked like, to really shut down Carson Winder and really put a lot of hats on the ball when you got past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, we knew their defense was going to be good. We'd seen it on film, and they were fast and had power. They were able to pressure our quarterback a lot more than other teams had been able to this year. And so that sped up the process of the passing game, and that took some of the route combinations out of the equation and things like that. But even so with that, we felt like we did a fairly decent job moving the ball. We had over 300 yards total offense, but it was just a couple of the drives that stalled out that hurt us, or some turnovers.
So tonight you get Snake River, the Panthers, another good team. Again, always good, always going to the postseason, and they're on their way again this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same old story, like you said, and we know what to expect from them, and we know that they're going to battle us tough. It's a feather in their cap to beat Preston, and the history of the rivalry goes way back, and so there's a lot of pride with that. And any time a 3A team can beat a 4A team, that's a big deal to them, and so we want to prevent that.
Yeah, and like you said, the history goes way back, and it's not a situation where Preston always wins. They have won their fair share of games.
They have. I think we came out on top the last 2 times, but previous to that, they beat us. I was here for that was my first experience with them, and even those 2 wins that we had the last 2 times we played them, they went down to the end. It could have gone either way. One play here or there. I mean, they play us tough.
It ought to be interesting coming up this evening, the last game of the year. We're going to take time out. When we come back, we'll have more with Coach Cunningham. We're going to ask him about some of his thoughts about this season, the way things have gone. We'll do that as we continue right after this timeout.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
Franklin County Medical Center is proud to provide excellence in surgical and specialty healthcare right here in our community, making it extremely convenient to receive world-class care without even leaving the county. The best part is that we work closely with your primary care physicians to ensure a convenient and coordinated care experience. Our skilled surgeons are continually adding services to Franklin County, some you won't find anywhere in the greater Cache Valley area. Discover what is available right here at fcmc.org/specialty. You just might be surprised at what we have to offer.
Welcome back here to the pregame show. Our Coach Cunningham, our guest here in the Coach's Corner, brought to you by Evergreen Financial. All right, it is the final game of the year. We know that. But when you look back now, since taking over as a head coach, what are your initial thoughts the way this first season at the helm of the Indian program went?
Well, obviously, it did not go the way we anticipated. When I took over, our trajectory had been soaring the previous 3 years. I was part of that, and obviously it hasn't gone our way. We've, a lot of reasons contributed to that, but still, it's been a good experience overall, and being able to work with these kids and be a part of their lives at this time has been really rewarding. And, we're still hopeful for the future. I know that we're going to get this thing back on track and be able to fill in some of the holes, and we're going to be more experienced next year. So,
as you look back, anything you wish you would have done differently or happened differently over the past 9 weeks?
Well, I didn't like the schedule I inherited. I'll tell you that. I would have scheduled it differently. That might have helped a little bit, but no. I mean, we just, we've just struggled in a couple key areas that we just haven't been able to fix for whatever reason, and we'll learn from it and move on.
We talked a little bit about the seniors and tonight being senior night, but you've got a good group of juniors coming back next year. Of course, Carson Winder and some of those guys leading the junior class certainly points things in the right direction for next year as well.
Yeah, you have that experience coming back. That's always a key. Where we were very inexperienced this year, next year it's going to be just the opposite. We're going to have a lot of kids that are experienced as starters, on both sides of the ball. This year we had 2 to start the season that had any varsity experience as a starter, and then only a couple other kids that had any playing time as a varsity player. So it's almost going to be the exact opposite situation. That should bode well for us.
You mentioned the schedule that you were left behind. Anything you can do to maybe change that coming up? I mean, some games are locked in, obviously, Pocatello and Century, but what do you have in mind? What do you sit down and plan out on paper when you start looking ahead to next year?
Yeah, I don't know exactly how that all works yet. I'll have to sit down with our athletic director and have him kind of explain to me what my options are. But just to, we don't need to schedule 5A teams that are 2.5 times larger than us, obviously, and other than that, just some of the travel that we did, we don't need to be traveling quite as far.
You didn't like 4 games in 4 different states to open the year?
Well, not when we're the designated home team on 2 of them. So.
Right. You look at that, at the end of the year, you actually only end up playing 3 games here on your home field because you were designated home team on some of those games played in other locations.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it hurts the fan base, too. They don't have an opportunity to travel 5 hours away to Montana to watch a game, and so it just is better if we're able to play at our own stadium as often as possible.
Well, first year coming to an end. It's been fun. It's something to look back on. Certainly you'll remember it, and we'll look forward to doing it all again next year.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Appreciate it.
August will be here before you know it.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. Yep.
Have a good summer. We'll see you next year.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
It's Coach Craig Cunningham with us here in the Coach's Corner, brought to you by Evergreen Financial. Take a time out. We'll come back. We'll have more right after this. When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, the playoffs are coming up next week. They'll announce the pairings coming up over the weekend. We'll talk about those playoffs when we come back right after this.
We all have those times in life where having insurance has been a great comfort in helping to make a bad situation better. Naylor Insurance takes pride in being that friend there to help you when you need it the most. Serving the community since 1978, Naylor Insurance is proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your insurance needs through Mutual of Enumclaw. Stop by our new location, 223 North State Street in Preston.
Franklin County Medical Center is proud to provide excellence in surgical and specialty healthcare right here in our community, making it extremely convenient to receive world-class care without even leaving the county. The best part is that we work closely with your primary care physicians to ensure a convenient and coordinated care experience. Our skilled surgeons are continually adding services to Franklin County, some you won't find anywhere in the greater Cache Valley area. Discover what is available right here at fcmc.org/specialty. You just might be surprised at what we have to offer.
In 1996, my father, Jay Moyle, started producing gourmet beef jerky in the foothills of Clifton, Idaho. Now, over 20 years later, Papa Jay's beef jerky is a staple of the Franklin County community. Family run since the beginning, the modern way of making jerky here at Papa Jay's is the old-fashioned way. Absolutely no shortcuts are taken in producing the finest quality and most delicious smoked meat you can find. Come over to Papa Jay's and bite into a tender, flavorful stick of Papa Jay's, and your view of jerky will never be the same. 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
And welcome back to the pregame show as the Indians get ready to take on Snake River here in just a few minutes. Fortunately for the Indians, they know that they are not going to postseason, but there are a lot of teams around 4A who are, as Brendan Baney from idahosports.com joins us here on the phone line to talk about some of those teams who are headed for the postseason. Brandon, good evening, and thanks for joining us here on the pregame show.
Yeah, it's my pleasure, Dan. Thanks for having me.
You know, the thing about the Preston Indians is they know that they are not going to postseason, but the other two teams in their district, in District 5, they're meeting tonight, and the winner seems to be punching a ticket to the postseason. That's between Pocatello and Century. Your thoughts on that game?
It's really fascinating. It's a crosstown rivalry. First year that this brand new football field at Pocatello High is there. It's going to be packed, certainly. And you're right, the District 5 title is going to be decided no matter who wins, Pocatello or Century. They'll get that automatic bid to state by winning the district. Now, other teams that are on the quote-unquote playoff bubble are going to be rooting for Pocatello because Century right now doesn't really have a chance to make it as an at-large team. So if Century were to spring the upset, that could really throw a wrench into a lot of teams' plans in terms of getting to the playoffs. So Century is going to be the team to keep an eye on here in sort of a spoiler role. But Pocatello is the favorite going in. They run the ball so well and play really good defense, especially on the front seven. But you never know. We'll see what happens.
The winner of that game is going to get in. Who are the other teams right now going into play on this final Friday of the regular season? Who are the teams who pretty much are assured that they're going to get an invitation to the playoffs?
So the way the 4A playoffs works this year is there are 8 automatic bids, and that's kind of divvied up based upon district representation. So District 1, 2 up north gets 1. District 3, which is the Boise area, gets 2. District 4, that Magic Valley, gets 2. District 5, of course, gets just the 1. And then District 6 up in Idaho Falls, they get 2 automatic bids. And then from there, the other 8 spots are determined via at-large, and those slots are calculated with the max preps ranking. And so really, as I look at it, 14 of the 16 spots I think are pretty much locked up at this point. You know, Sandpoint and Lakeland from up north, Bishop Kelly, Emmett, and Valley View over from the Boise area. In the Magic Valley, I think Minico, Twin Falls, and Burley are all pretty much in. Pocatello from District 5, I think, even with a loss, still gets in as an at-large. And then the District 6 has proven to be very tough. There's been lots of teams beating up on each other. I think Skyline, Shelley, Hillcrest, and Bonneville all pretty comfortably into the playoffs. And so that leaves really 4 teams fighting for those final 2 spots.
You know, we talked a little bit about the Pocatello Century game. Aren't there some other spots that are still open, or maybe some at-larges still kind of hinging on results of some games around the area tonight?
Yes, so there's going to be 2 at-large spots and 4 teams fighting for them. As I talked about, Century still has a chance to play its way in via the auto bid, but really those 2 final at-large spots are going to come down to Skyview from District 3, Canyon Ridge from District 4, and Idaho Falls up north in District 5, and all of them have difficult matchups. Skyview has to play Bishop Kelly, the undisputed #1 team in the state. Idaho Falls finishes their season with Hillcrest. That's a winnable game for them, but they've had a tough time this year. And then you look at Canyon Ridge, they are taking on Burley. So none of those teams are guaranteed a win. Now, with a win, I think they solidified their spot. With a loss, they're going to have to pray to the Max Preps gods, so to speak, and hope they get one of those 2 at-large spots. So it could be pretty interesting.
That's funny. Pray to the Max Preps gods. Like you guys have anything to do with who gets into the playoffs or not.
Right. Everyone asks me, it's like the KFC recipe, what's the formula for Max Preps? I have no idea. 11 herbs and spices. But honestly, that is a frustration point for a lot of coaches and athletic directors because they can't figure out how to adjust their schedule to the Max Preps rankings. Canyon Ridge, for example, is 5-2, and yet they are behind several sub-500 teams in the Max Preps ranking. So it's a bit of a head-scratcher at times for sure.
Well, we take a look at the polls, both the media and the coaches poll on idahosports.com each week. But you kind of have your finger on the pulse of what is happening there. Handicap the race for me. You mentioned that you thought that Bishop Kelly is pretty much the favorite going in. Handicap that top 5 or 6 spots for me as we get ready to start the playoffs.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams that could contend for the 4A state championship. It all depends on who gets hot. But Bishop Kelly, of course, undefeated. They have 2 wins over Boise 5A schools this year, and so they've looked very impressive. They've always got 80 to 90 players on their sidelines, so they're always a favorite, no matter what kind of team they've formed. Obviously, Skyline, the 2-time defending 4A champ. They have Kenyon Sadiq, the top player in the state. He's committed to play tight end at Oregon, so they're obviously in the mix. I think Sandpoint up north, despite their record, they're only 4-4, but they had to play a lot of 5A schools this year. So I think the Bulldogs are another team. They were the runner-up last year. Emmett's always kind of sneaky. Minico has a really good defense as well. Unfortunately for District 5, Pocatello, I just think they're a little too banged up to be a factor this year. They were a semifinal team a year ago, but obviously Drake Contreras, their starting quarterback, suffered a pretty significant injury, and they've really had a hard time adjusting to life without him. But those are kind of the teams that I look at as favorites. And so Sandpoint from the north, Bishop Kelly, Minico, and Skyline. Those are kind of the big 4 to me.
And when can we expect the pairings to be out?
So everybody plays on Friday night. I could tell you my best guess on, Saturday, how I think it's going to go. Typically, the Idaho High School Activities Association will have those official matchups on Sunday or early Monday at the very latest. But I think we should know. It all also depends on when the coaches put the scores into Max Preps, because that'll recalculate the rankings. So I would say Saturday afternoon, maybe you have an idea. Sunday, you should know for sure.
We'll keep an eye on idahosports.com to make sure we know exactly who and will be playing and where and what time. And it should be fun again as we get ready to start playoff football action. Brandon, thanks for your time. We appreciate the information, and thanks for joining us here on the Indians pregame show.
My pleasure. Anytime, Dan. Thank you.
Brandon Bainey from idahosports.com, our guest. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back and we'll look at the keys to tonight's game against the Snake River. That's all coming up right after this.
Level 10 Life provides skilled, one-on-one life coaching sessions to help you unlock your next level in life. Our trained professionals specialize in health, life, and career coaching. Book a free consultation today at level10lifecoach.com.
With over 24 years of building multifamily and commercial projects across the Intermountain West, Procon stands apart as a leader in the custom framing industry, driven by the standard of delivering the highest level of customer service, high-quality work, and integrity. Procon is dedicated to building multifamily and commercial properties that exceed customer expectations. Visit online to see why Procon stands above the rest at buildprocon.com.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
It's time for Preston Indian Sports. Tonight's game is brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value with the freshest meat and produce in town. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care you'll receive in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, with all the parts you need for your car to keep it running strong. Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto from Mutual of Enumclaw. Procon Homes, building quality multifamily homes across the West. By Les Schwab Tires. Stop in and see the tire experts on Main Street in North Logan. North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors in Preston. Evergreen Financial. When planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial in Preston. Level 10 Life. Reach your next level in life with their life coaching sessions. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today. Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. And by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. This game is made possible through an agreement between Preston High School and Cook Brothers Broadcasting and is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast of this game in whole or in part without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting is strictly prohibited. And once again, welcome here to Preston High School as the Preston Indians get ready to take on the Snake River Panthers here on senior night. They've introduced the 13 seniors here for the game for the Preston Indians, and we're just about ready to kick this game off. John Slaughter, but we do have a moment here before we get this game going to talk about our keys to tonight's game, brought to you by Naylor Insurance.
Well, one of the things I think the Indians need to do this week, especially for these seniors, is play with pride, know what they can do, and put the effort out there on the field. The other thing is with other seasons coming up, we want to make sure we stay healthy. Don't take unnecessary risks, but and get hurt. Play hard, but don't get hurt. We got a lot of good stuff coming up, and some of these talented kids will be playing other sports. And then the third thing is what's been a nemesis for us in the last few games or this year is in the red zone we have to score. We take advantage of every opportunity we get into the red zone, and if we can score, we can stay with Snake River. They're a good team. They're 5-2. They're not gonna. We can't look past them, that's for sure. And we need to make this a bookend win for us. It's at the end of the book, a win, and make us feel good about coming off the field in 48 minutes. So
the Indians will kick off. For those listening on KACH, the Preston will go from left to right, here in the first quarter. As set to kick off for the Indians is Kerry Swainston, who will kick off. Back deep tonight for the Panthers, standing at his own goal line, is Andy Cerna, actually standing at about the 5. Here comes Swainston. He'll put a toe to it. We're underway on this final game of the 2022 season. As Cerna has it, he'll bring it up forward, still runs through a big hole, gets across the 35 to the 40, trying to outrun Swainston, but instead he runs out of bounds. Good return by Andy Cerna. to give Snake River very good starting position out at midfield in their opening possession tonight.
Yeah, and that was a good run back, about 30 yards, 35-yard run back. But that was a tough pickup. That bounced off the ground and into his arms, but it was spinning in all different directions. So, yeah, that was a good run back.
They'll spot it officially at the Snake River 49 as the quarterback, Danny Ray, in a kind of a full house backfield, as they'll give it off as it goes to Levi Bishop. Bishop gets out across the midfield, across the 45 up to about the 43. He's going to pick up 9 yards on his first carry tonight.
Yeah, they're big up front. They're gonna run hard, but you're also going to see some deep passes from Snake River tonight. So they've got to be able. Our defensive backs have got to be able to play both up and back.
Give it 8 yards officially on the first carry of the game. As again, they'll go with that full house setup. And again, they'll give it off as it goes to Bishop. And Bishop is hog-tied before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. One of the Indians there is the big senior, Aiden Reynolds, to come in and wrap him up.
Yeah, that was a great tackle. He was the first one there. Was able to pick him up and coming through the line, so a loss of 2, basically.
So bring up third down. Call it 3rd and 3. As they'll switch out of that full house backfield, and they'll go with an I formation. There's Ray under center, and they'll give it off to the deep man in the I. That is Bishop, and Bishop has a first down as he gets across the 40 up to about the 38-yard line is where they're going to spot it.
Yeah, 3 straight runs by the Snake River
Panthers.
There we go. I have blank there, but number 18, strong runner. You're going to see a lot of him, a lot of carries for him tonight.
As they'll give it to Bishop again. This time he tries to go around the left side and dragging him down as grabbing him by the pant leg and not letting go was Carson Winder.
Yeah, Winder was able, he had a stiff arm right in his face, pushed Winder down, but Winder slid right down, grabbed him by the foot and pulled him down.
So second down and about 6 yards to go here. As Ray is yet to throw a pass here in this opening possession. It's all been on the ground. As they'll keep it on the ground again, as this time it's Dalen Anderton with a T, as he'll get a couple of yards right straight over center, right over A gap, and it's going to bring up third down and about 3.5.
Yeah, this is a big down for the Indians to be able to stop them here. We can stop them here. I don't think they have much of a field goal kicker, but if we can stop them here, they'll probably go for 4 down territory.
Could it be a passing situation? Nope, they're going to give it to Bishop again. Bishop is close. Let's see. As coming down to slam the hold up on him, made sure he didn't get a whole lot, was Zuman Mendoza. And Xavier Mendoza is going to keep him short. Wow, it's 4th down and about a half a yard.
Yeah, there we go. That was the big down, and now if we can just stop them, because like I say, they're going to go for it, 4 down territory.
They'll give it to the up man, and he's not going to get there. As running into is Dalen Anderton, but coming up to fill the hole. But the second effort, I think, is going to get him the first down. Yes, it will.
Oh.
Boy, the initial contact came in the backfield, but he fought his way for the half yard that he needed.
Yeah, we needed a little bit more help from the other side, from the Indians to push back, because they put 4 or 5 players right there to help him across that first down marker.
First quarter of tonight's game is brought to you by Northern Trust, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Good deeds done daily. Call them today at 208-852-5700. Ray wants to throw for the first time. Down the middle, he's got a man. Touchdown.
Yeah, there's that long pass I was talking about. They set it up, run, and then a pass down the middle, wide open. And we didn't have our backs back there deep enough to protect it.
The pass complete to Andy Cerna. Good for a 27-yard touchdown pass. As they'll bring on, it'd actually be Cerna who will stay on to kick the extra point. Snap is good, and the spot is no good. He pushed it a little bit wide right.
Yeah, that's what I noticed in practice. He was struggling a little bit. Cerna was in practice there, so I didn't have a lot of confidence in his kick there this time. But.
Well, so Snake River gets on the board first on the 27-yard touchdown pass. Preston will get the ball for the first time. We come back right after this.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
6-0 Snake River on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard as Preston ready to get their hands on the ball here for the first time. As we thank our friends at Les Schwab Tire for sponsoring our scoreboard and our scorebug the entire year. They'll be with us into basketball as well as Andy Cerna tees it up and ready to kick it off as Preston ready to get their hands on the ball. As it comes down over on the far side, it's going to be Davin Inglet to field it at about the 15. Inglet, big hole right up the middle, puts his head down, runs into a man, and still struggles for more yardage and gets across the 25 to the 27.
That was a good place to put the ball right there in Inglet's hand because he can run and he's got some good moves. Could get up the field very quickly.
Peyton Williams on the tackle. Nice to have Inglet back with us. He missed the game last week. He was sick. In fact, he was so sick, I was told, he couldn't even come here to the game. Wow. So he had to stay home and watch with the rest of us on mylocalradio.com. Preston missing some other players today. We'll tell you about those coming up here in just a minute. As they'll come out with 4 wide, single setback. They'll send trips right. Single receiver left is Lords. And the first pitch and catch is to Lords. Tipped a little bit, but it made it there anyway for the short gain. They'll pick up 5.
Yeah, it was a quick down and hit him quick on the stride right there. A quick throw by Judd.
Mason Blad not playing tonight. He suffered a shoulder injury last week against Pocatello and not able to play. We also want to say hi to Derek Pitcher, who is at home. He suffered a broken ankle and broken tibia last night in the JV game, so he's not here either. 2nd down and 5 for the Indians. Handoff, Winder breaks a tackle, gets up near the 35, called the 34, to be a short gain. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and medium here for the Indians.
Yeah, actually no gain. Is right there at the line of scrimmage is where he was.
We also remember Dashel Day, who is out tonight as well. So 3rd and long here for the Indians, 3rd and 5, as they'll send 3 receivers right again, as they'll swing the ball out here to the right as they get a good pick as it's to Winder. It gets across midfield to the 48. A great seal block with Inglet. Now they're going to penalty flag down there, and I think they're probably going to call holding. As they got that seal block between Inglet and Caden Larson coming over. And it will be a holding penalty against the Indians. It was just too good a play.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I didn't see the hold. I had the small view there, but yeah, that's unfortunate because that was a good run after the catch there.
So it'll push him back. And instead of 3rd and 5, because of the spot foul, it'll push him back, and it'll still be 3rd and long, 3rd and about 8 here, as they set the ball down right on the 30-yard line. They need to get to about the 38. As rolling left, throwing underneath, good for the first down as they get it to Lords. He's up to the 45. Good for a first down, 15-yard gain.
Yeah, there he is. He's using his valuable receivers. Lords has been doing a great job the second half of the season, just really stepping up and making the catches, getting the yardage.
Last week, Judd was 18 of 38 for 261 yards against Pocatello and 2 touchdowns. He wants to throw again. This one's through Lords' hands and incomplete.
Yeah, that was a little high for him.
The 261 yards passing last week is their second high. Check that, the 3rd highest total of the year. They had 292 against Century, but their highest total came in the game at Jerome, and they threw for over 300 yards as they threw for 315 that night. Second down and 10. Underneath it goes to Inglet. It's complete as that's up to midfield, just across the midfield stripe. Be almost up to the 48-yard line, and it's going to bring up third down and about 3.
Yeah, those quick passes are working for them. Snake River's playing kind of a prevent defense. They're dropping their backs back. They're only rushing 3 off the line.
Twins to each side. As looking left is Judd, throwing left. He's got a man open, but can't get to it as it was Inglet out there. It's just a little bit too far out in front of him. It's going to bring up fourth down. On this night where they know that this is their last game of the year, now they're going to change their mind. It looked like they were going to go for it, and then they changed their mind. They'll bring on the punt team after all. So for the Indians on the year, they've averaged 236 yards a game passing. That, of course, is the bulk of their offense. So when you start talking about when they run the ball, that's when the ship really starts to take on water. As Andy Cerna back deep, Carson Winder to kick. For the Indians, they average only 84 yards a game rushing. That's it. As here's the snap to Winder, has to reach up to get it. Pretty good kick, but coming down right to Cerna. Cerna breaks one tackle, can't get away from the second one, and he's down right at the 20-yard line, as it was Davin Inglet to come up and trip him up by the ankles. So first and 10, as get another look at the Panther offense after putting a ball in the end zone their first time with the ball, as they'll come back out. The thing about football is you need to balance, but maybe if it's going to be slightly unbalanced, it needs to go a little bit to the ball control side, to the run game, not 85-90% of your offense passing.
Well, they haven't been real successful on the run against Snake River so far. Of course, they've only ran twice.
Here comes the quarterback that's ready to keep it, and he's got the sideline to himself, running lone down the sideline and coming over and knocking him out of bounds. Good hustle play there by Davin Pitcher. So a big run by Ray as he'll advance it from the 20 all the way to the Preston 35.
Yeah, Preston bid on that fake handoff, and Ray kept it himself, came down the left side and the near side here, and excellent yardage.
45-yard gain, first and 10. Once again, Panthers already into Preston territory as they send 3 men right, single receiver left, 1 setback. That's Bishop. They're going to throw, but hold on. We got flags and whistles right at the inception of the play, and it's going to be a false start penalty here against Snake River.
Yeah, the back that went in motion turned upfield a little bit too quick. So it's an illegal procedure.
While they mark this off, we want to welcome Jordan Stone to the game here tonight. Stone graduated from here, I think he said in 1997, 98. Played football, went on to school. He's now working for the federal government up at the National Nuclear Laboratory. Screen as the ball knocked down. As they tried to set up the screen, and coming through was Owen Judd to deflect it and knock it down.
Yeah, great play by Owen to anticipate that throw and get a hand up there and knock it down.
So just wanted to say hi to Jordan Stone. I guess his nephew is Trey Stone.
Trey Stone here.
Who's plays for the Indians. He's a sophomore. And he said it's the first time back on campus since graduation.
Yeah, he's been busy. He graduated from BYUI and now accounting for the government.
Right, the throw. He's got a man underneath who has it, tries to turn up field, slipping and falling. That's Brady Paris, as he'll be just short of the first down, as they're going to bring up third down and about 2, as they'll spot the ball at the Preston 27. So they actually give him progress to the 26, so make it 3rd down and 1. Bishop back in the I formation. Williams in there with him as well. Man in motion is Williams. They'll give it to Bishop straight ahead. He's got another 1st down as he gets across the 20 up to the 19.
Levi Belknap on the carry. He'll pick up a 1st down for the Panthers.
He identified him as Belknap. No, I have number 18 as, it is Belknap. I misspelled it. So my apologies to the Belknap Marching and Chowder Society as misidentifying him as he takes the ball again, as this is Williams carried the ball down to the 5. 1st and goal here for the Panthers. Is it going to go quick? Back to Belknap. Belknap gets to the 5 and is wrapped up, and he'll lose. And that's about all he's going to get is back to the line of scrimmage.
Great play by Judd there, Owen Judd, as he wrapped him up and kept pushing back. He was not going to let him fall forward, but kept pushing him all the way back, ran him clear back to the 15-yard line.
So no gain. 2nd and goal. They spot the ball at the 4. 4 minutes and 5 seconds to play here in the first quarter on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Snake River already leads 6-0 as they try to go off the left side this time, and once again they get back to the line of scrimmage, but nothing else as Belknap has slammed back down to the ground.
Yeah, Swainson did a great job wrapping him up around the waist and holding him down, bringing him down.
So it's going to be 3rd down and goal from the 4. Tonight's game brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. So Belknap and Anderton in the I formation. They'll fake it. Ray wants to throw underneath, getting to the goal line and touchdown. As the throw goes to Anderton for the score. It's a 4-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah, he was he was played tight by Winder, but just got there a little bit too late. He broke to the pylon. Nice throw by Rye.
So Anderton on the 4-yard touchdown pass, and coming back out is Andy Cerna to try the extra point. 13-12, make that 12-0 after missing the first one. Here's the second try, hold on. Missed it, but it's going to be a false start as the part of the right side of the line jumped. So they'll move it back 5 yards and give him another chance.
Yeah, that was kind of not a very good kick for him.
He missed it. Let's see if the redo will get him a better result. So they'll try it again. The snap, the spot, the kick is up, and he drives it right down the middle. So Andy Cerna able to knock it through, and it's 13-0 with 3:17 to play here in quarter number 1. Preston get the ball back again when we come back right after this. If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
13-0. Snake River leads on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard as Preston will get the ball back. Snake River scoring touchdowns on each of their first 2 possessions here tonight. As here is Cerna to kick off again. Inglet back deep and Winder with him, but it's going to come to Inglet again. Over off the far right sideline as tries to tippy-toe up along the sideline. Gets shoved in the shoulder and finally gets out of bounds at about the 25 once again as the Preston offense will come back onto the field. Tonight's game brought to you by Stokes Market True Value. With the freshest meat and produce you'll find in Preston and in the Cache Valley. Stokes Market on State Street in downtown Preston.
Yeah, that last play, that run back by Inglet, had a little more wider field, he was tiptoeing along that line. Just his balance took him out, I think.
Well, 1st and 10 Preston as they start from their own 25, just about where they started the last time they had the ball. As they'll again start with 3 receivers right, single receiver left. Throw underneath as it's complete there to Owen Judd. As I've checked that to Owen Pearson, I should say, as he gets right up to about the 34-yard line. So call it a gain of 9, 2nd down and 1. For Pearson, who finished 10th in the state in golf, asked to come back and play football for the remainder of the season. Had to make a choice, golf over football. As the throw again, and it's complete again to Pearson. Has the 1st down as he gets up to the 48.
Yeah, he's a good target there. He's grown a lot in the last year, but he's a good-sized target now to hit, and he's can hit. He's a good, talented kid.
When he thinks of his future and going to school, his best opportunity for scholarships is on the golf course. He's a heck of a golfer.
Yeah, he is. He's really good.
He finished 10th in the state at golf. I should say in golf. As the pitch comes to Inglet, coming around here to the near side, he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and run out of bounds. As Taylor Matthews chased him along the line of scrimmage and then knocked him out of bounds right about the line of scrimmage. Be a short game. Going to bring up 2nd down.
Call that a yard?
Yeah, I call it a yard. 3rd down and 1. Again, Inglet in motion. They fake the handoff this time. They give it to Winder. Big hole right over the A gap as he gets across the 40 up to about the 37. And another Preston 1st down.
Yeah, we have to give credit to the front line there. They opened the hole for Winder to go through there and once he hit that 2nd speed, the DBs were able to come up on him. But, yeah, great speed by Winder getting through that hole. Great line, great job by the line.
Tough week last week for Winder against Pocatello. He only ran the ball for 43 yards on 20 carries, but one of those was good for a touchdown. Probably one of his lowest rushing totals on the year. In fact, speaking of the year, Winder averaged about 3.5 yards a carry on the season, as he only rushed for 430 yards, believe it or not, all the times he carried the ball. As the pass goes underneath to Inglet, as he gets across the 35 up to about the 33, and that's going to be another gain of 5 and bring up 2nd down and medium.
They're taking advantage of these short passes in the room they're giving us just off the line of scrimmage. They're just running out 2, 3 yards, 4 yards, and hitting them and then getting 5 yards out of the game, out of the throw.
Trips right again for the Indians as Judd looks right, wants to go deep along the sideline. As Larson out there, kind of hand fighting a little bit with his defender, but the ball was just slightly overthrown. So incomplete to bring up 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, we're going to try those long passes every once in a while, and Cade Larson's fast enough to get down there, but the pass has to be on the money for him.
You know, twice this year, make it 3 times, Preston has gone over 400 yards in offense in a game. As they pitch it out, it's complete. As Winder has it along the sideline to the 20, makes a move, great move, down to the goal line, and he's in, touchdown. 35-yard scoring strike from Judd to Winder, and Preston's on the board.
Yeah, they had a good look at it. The back judge had a good look at it. He was right on the pylon, but the linesman said he was inside. So, yeah, great call by the official.
Cromwell will come in to try the point after. Under 30 seconds to play here in the quarter. Out of the hold of Winder. Snap is high. Carson gets it down, and the kick is right through the middle. So Preston gets on the board with 22 seconds left in the quarter on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Preston trails, however, by the score of 13-7. Preston will kick off when we come back right after this.
Franklin County Medical Center is proud to provide excellence in surgical and specialty healthcare right here in our community, making it extremely convenient to receive world-class care without even leaving the county. The best part is that we work closely with your primary care physicians to ensure a convenient and coordinated care experience. Our skilled surgeons are continually adding services to Franklin County, some you won't find anywhere in the greater Cache Valley area. Discover what is available right here at fcmc.org/specialty. You just might be surprised at what we have to offer.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
First quarter of tonight's game brought to you by Northern Title. As with 22 seconds left, Preston gets on the board on the 35-yard scoring pass from Judd to Carson Winder, and the extra point is good. And Preston will kick off again, as once again, here is Kerry Swainston out to kick off. Back deep, waiting for the kickoff, is Andy Cerna, who had a great return on the first kickoff that he saw to open up the game. As the kick is kind of hooked a little bit up along the left side, taken there by one of the up men. As bringing the ball back this time, it was number 19, who I don't have on my list.
I don't either.
So they have two 19s out there, and neither one is on our roster.
They didn't have a number 10 out there too, but I did get his name from Stone over there on one of the coaches.
They had two 23s on the roster. We haven't seen neither one of them so far tonight.
Maybe one of them switched uniforms. I don't know.
You never know. 1st and 10 from the 33. As they hand it off, trying to get straight ahead is Belknap. And among a quartet of Indians there to throw him back is Aiden Reynolds.
Aiden Reynolds and I believe Xavier Mendoza was, well, maybe not. That was 34.
He was there as well. So that's the end of the first quarter. Preston trails after the first 12 minutes, 13-7. We'll go to the second quarter coming up right after this. So stay with us here on KACH and on mylocalradio.com. Just figure out what's blocking your success. The trained professionals at Level 10 Life offer life, health, and career coaching. These professional coaching sessions will help you put the next piece together in your puzzle. Don't wait. The coaches at Level 10 Life are here to help you reach your next milestone in life. Schedule a free consultation online at level10lifecoach.com. There's no better family activity than a night out at the movies. Worm Creek Opera House Theater on State Street in Preston is your local home for first-run family movies. The historic theater offers top-flight comfort, the coolest refreshments, and quality entertainment, all at family prices. Stop by the Worm Creek Opera House at 70 South State Street in downtown Preston. For tickets, show times, and a list of upcoming attractions, go to wormcreek.org.
KACH.
Black Adam showing tonight at the Worm Creek Opera House. It'll be there next Friday night as well. For more information about Worm Creek, log on to their website, wormcreek.org. As they throw down the middle, it's caught as up to the 40 of the Indians, and bringing it in is Bradley Paris.
Yeah, good throw by Rye there, right on the money, right only where he could catch it.
Get it back into Indian territory as they bring him down at the 39, 1st and 10 there. Wasn't a whole lot of information available about Snake River. They are usually pretty tight-lipped about their team, as they have been again this year. As the handoff breaks a tackle is Belknap. Still on his feet, gets across the 30 to about the 25, and finally brought down there in what resembles a rugby scrum. That'll be good for another first down as they'll move the chains.
He's a hard runner.
Yes, he is. He's a big boy, too.
Yeah, they don't. We don't have any specifications on them, but only the positions they play. But
in fact, they didn't even tell us what year they are in school. That's how tight-lipped they are. So they send twin receivers to each side. Here on the first down play, Belknap steps up, sets a block. They throw it outside as the pass outside goes to Cerna. And Cerna able to break a tackle and get up near the first down yardage yet again. As it's going to be good for a first down, so they'll gain 10 yards on the play. Jackson Merrill on the stop for the Indians. So first down again, 1st and 5, 1st and 10 from the 15. Got too many numbers running through my head.
There's plenty of room.
That's true. Get all the marbles put back in where they belong. Hand off to Anderton straight ahead. As Anderton gets across the 10 down to about the 7. He'll gain about 7 yards here on first down and bring up second down and 2.
Yeah, I think they took a lot of plays out of Pocatello's book because they're just run, then all of a sudden they'll throw this deep one.
Last year, Snake River was 5-5. They were 5-2 coming into play here tonight as again Anderton straight ahead. Gets stacked up. Can't really break away there as coming across again it was Aiden Reynolds to wrap him up. Just about a short gain, gets about a yard. As it'll have the first down, 1st and 10 at the 5-yard line. Clock runs with 9:44 to play here in the first half, 13-7. Snake River leading on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. They'll stay with the I formation again, receivers to each side. As they'll again go back to Belknap, tries the left side as he'll get down near the goal line. As he gets down to about the 1s, he'll gain 4 on the play. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal for the Panthers.
Snake River has a solid running game. They'll keep it Rye straight ahead. He's going to go 1 yard right over center and have the touchdown as he's in, and that's going to make it 19-7 with the extra point pending. So 19-7, Snake River on top, as here is Andy Cerna to kick the extra point once again. As the kick is right straight up, and it is through, and it's now Snake River 20, Preston 7 on the Logan North scoreboard from our friends at Les Schwab Tire. Second quarter of tonight's game brought to you by Level 10 Life. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Penny Wright, born and raised in Preston. I am your local Medicare agent. I am here to give you the knowledge you need so you can make an informed and wise choice for your Medicare needs. Call me at 208-852-2367 if you're turning 65 or have any Medicare questions.
North Star's Ultimate Outdoors is the best provider of power sport vehicles right here in downtown Preston. Vehicles and equipment from brand names that you know and trust, like Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. Stop in and let us get you ready for your next adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts, 777 North State Street, Preston.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Welcome back. 20-7, Snake River leading on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Dan Hubbard and John Slaughter here with you at Preston High School. John Beverly back in the studio as Preston going to get the ball back again. And give you an update on what's happening with Westside here in just a second, as Westside leading in their game as well. As here's the kickoff from Cerna. It's going to come down to Winder this time on the left side. Winder tries to break it out near the sidelines. As there to make first contact with him and bring him down was Barrett Ethington, number 21, and drags him down. So Westside, after the first quarter on their senior night, leading 23-6, as they are awaiting to find out who they will be seeing next week when the playoffs start. Unlike years past, they should be playing next Friday. They will not have a bye, as they will not be winning the district this year.
Yeah,
that belongs to Bear Lake.
Yeah, even though they're not in they're still got a high power ranking. So regardless of the outcome.
Swinging outside to Winder, breaks a tackle. Flags come in right at the 30-yard line. Let's see what the holding. It's going to be a holding penalty, it looks like, against the Indians. So that'll push it back from the 30.
Oh, defensive holding.
No, it's against us.
Oh.
As they push the ball all the way back to the 20. And it'll be first down again. First down and about 17. So 10-yard penalty against Preston. Trips left, single receiver right. Shotgun snap to Judd, looking, throws underneath. There's Lords, he's got it. He gets it all the way back up to about the 35. It's a good positive yardage. They get about 12 yards of that 17 yards back, and it's going to bring up second down and about 3. So it's about a 15, 16-yard pass play. And hold on, we got whistles again. As the officials trying to send some sort of message over here to the Preston sideline.
Oh, they're going to send somebody off, it looks like.
Dayton Knapp comes onto the field as Devin Inglet comes back over to the sidelines. I'm not sure if that was a mandatory play for him to come off for one play, but they'll go twins to each side. Winder, the lone setback. Now Judd wants to roll left, still running left. He's there and pushed out of bounds. As coming over there to shove him out of bounds was Belknap. No gain on the play. It'll be third down and still about 2. Actually give him a yard, 3rd and 1.
Yeah, that decision when to cut upfield for Judd is difficult for him, because he had 2 times where he could have cut up and didn't. He ran straight across.
So 3rd and 1, again, 2 receivers to each side. They'll look to throw. He's got a man coming open across the middle. Now he's going deep, and now he wants to pull it down, and he'll run for it and have the first down as he runs out of bounds at the 40. So Judd picks up the first down as he scrambles for about 3. Gets right to the Preston 40-yard line. They'll move the chains. 7:09 to play here in the first half. Preston trailing 20-7 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. High snap, hand off to Winder, runs into one man, and then coming over and grabbing him and throwing him down was 55 Andrew Kuzada for Snake River. As Winder tried to run through the middle of the line, and he ran into Brandon Linhart, 74, and kind of almost stopped his momentum dead in his tracks. As the throw outside goes there to Pearson. Flag comes in from the side judge. Now another one comes in from behind. And let's see what this is going to be. Pass complete to Owen Pearson. Holding again against Preston. That's going to push him back once again.
That's 3 holding penalties for 15 yards. Actually, 30 yards.
As they'll push him all the way back to the 22. And it'll be second down and 18. They need to get right to midfield to get the first down. So they send 3 receivers left. They throw underneath. They try to get it to Pearson, but it's behind him and incomplete. It'll bring up third down. And hold on, we got a timeout on the field. So a timeout with 6:29 to play here in the second. We'll take it as well, and we'll be right back here on KACH and mylocalradio.com. Sometimes in life, the next level seems to be just out of your reach. You know you could reach your goal if you could just figure out what's blocking your success. The trained professionals at Level 10 Life offer life, health, and career coaching. These professional coaching sessions will help you put the next piece together in your puzzle. Don't wait. The coaches at Level 10 Life are here to help you reach your next milestone in life. Schedule a free consultation online at level10lifecoach.com. Preston back out on the field after the timeout. Trailing 20-7. Third down and 18 coming up. Trying to get you caught up with some other games going on around the area as the opening round of playoffs started tonight south of the state line down in Cache Valley in Utah tonight. As the throw out here to the near side is incomplete. A little out pattern to Inglet, couldn't hold on to it. He would have been short of the first down anyway, but it would have been positive yardage. But it's going to bring up fourth down and 18 and a punting situation here for the Indians. We can tell you that Skyview was a winner tonight. They beat Hurricane 41-6. And Logan playing down at Cedar City tonight. No update from any of the other games going on. So Winder will punt for the second time tonight. High kick. Fair catch called there by Cerna, and he makes the fair catch back at the 25-yard line, and that's where the Snake River offense will come back onto the field.
That's unfortunate. We had to give them the ball back. They're up by 2 scores, but if we could have got down and at least brought it down to within 1 score, that would have helped us out.
Yeah, no other scores available yet in the first round of the playoffs down in the Utah High School Athletic Association. So 1st and 10 Panthers, as again they'll hand off. As running for is Daniel Molina for the first time tonight, and Molina is going to pick up about 3 yards off the left end.
33, Daniel Molina, the ball carrier.
So Molina gets pretty good yardage.
2nd and 7.
You know, one of the things we talked about, we didn't really put it in our keys to the game, but Preston needs to be able to stop them defensively and get off the field, and they haven't been able to do that yet.
Exactly.
They've had the ball 3 times, and they've scored 3 times. As, again, they throw underneath. It's complete this time to Easton Gardner, and Gardner is going to be close to the first down.
He does have it.
I think they give him forward progress all the way to the 40-yard line, and that will move the chains.
Easton Gardner.
So 1st and down, 1st and 10 again here for the Panthers. Be interesting to see what happens when the playoff pairings come out over the weekend. You look at the media poll on idahosports.com as they give, again, right straight ahead as the handoff goes to Molina. Gets across the 45 to the 47. That'll be a gain of about 7. And bring up 2nd down and 3. As Bishop Kelly, who's been powerful all year. Boy, they're strong every year. Doesn't seem to matter what they're doing.
Yeah, they have a free enrollment program up there.
They
can bring any player they want to, can recruit any player they want to.
They're 8-0 going into play tonight. Minico has lost once. They're 2nd in the media poll at 7-1. Ray wants to throw. Flags down as he gets hammered as he lets the ball go. As coming in and just pinning him to the ground was Owen Judd, but what's the penalty marker?
It's got to be a hold against them.
And it is. And that'll push it back 10 yards and bring up 2nd down. Remember, it's a spot foul. It's going to push him back past the original line of scrimmage. And it'll be second down. Whoops, they're going to now add some more yardage instead. I guess he only walked off 5. He's got to be 10 here, mister. It's second down at about 16. Skyline's in there as well. I find it hard to believe that Skyline, of course, they are the two-time defending state champions. They're 4-2, and they're second in the state. Handoff straight ahead. There goes Belknap. Gets back across the original line of scrimmage. He's brought down at about the 42, and it's going to bring third down and call it 8 yards here as Belknap gets about 10 of those yards back. So see what a little respect gets you in Skyline's case?
Yep, exactly.
Twin receivers to each side. Ray wants to throw underneath. It's complete as it's complete to Cerna. He's got a first down and more as he's rolling his way through the secondary. Makes a great move, gets away. Can Inglet trying to chase him down? He can't. He's going to go all the way for the touchdown. It's a 57-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah, that's the kind of breaks that they're getting running the ball against us, as they get downfield and as strong a back as he is, when he gets in the open field, he just keeps going. We had 3 chances to stop him and never made it. Didn't get it done.
So it makes it 26-7. And here is Cerna back on again to try the extra point. Spot kick is up, and it is good. So on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard with 3:29 to play here in the first half, Snake River now leads by 20, 27-7. Preston gets the ball back as they'll receive the kickoff coming up right after this.
With over 24 years of building multifamily and commercial projects across the Intermountain West, Procon stands apart as a leader in the custom framing industry. Driven by the standard of delivering the highest level of customer service, high-quality work, and integrity, Procon is dedicated to building multifamily and commercial properties that exceed customer expectations. Visit online to see why Procon stands above the rest at buildprocon.com.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Tonight's game brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925, and by Ralph's Construction. As they're building new homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston, call for more information on how they can build a home for you. Call 435-232-1837. That's 435-232-1837. Well, after the touchdown, Preston has not stopped the Snake River offense yet, as the Panthers lead by 20, 27-7 with 3:29 to play here in the first half. Winder and Devin Pitcher back deep this time, number 6, instead of Devin Inglet. As here's the kickoff by Cerna. Going to come high here to the near side to be Winder on the run as he has it at the 15. Runs over a man, gets across the 20 up to the 23.
Garrison Winder on the return for the Indians. Takes it out across the 30-yard.
So Winder runs over number 8, who we don't have on our roster. Be nice if they actually put the people who are playing on their roster.
Yeah.
You know, I really have to question some schools sometimes. They don't make stats available, and they don't make their roster accurate.
Well, we understand sometimes numbers change or players are eliminated or taken out for some reason or another.
1st and 10, they give it to Winder. He goes off the right side as he gets held up just a little bit. Kenny Wheeler is the first guy to make contact with him as he tried to go around the right side. Still going to be a pretty good run for Winder, however. He's going to get about 5 yards on the play and bring up 2nd down and 5. Once again out of the shotgun, they'll give it back to Winder again. starts right, cuts it back over the middle this time. As he'll get close to the first down, he'll be short by about a yard, however, as getting off the bottom of the pile this time was Peyton Williams, able to make the stop.
And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Indians.
So 1st and 10, they'll give Winder the first down. 1st and 10 Preston at their own 43. Here comes Winder again right over the A gap as he gets across the 45 to the 46 before being pushed back.
Gain of about 2 for him, 2.5.
The Indians and the Panthers have faced each other each year for the last 8 years. Preston has won the last 2 meetings, 17-14 last year and 21-7 in 2020. However, the Panthers are 5-3 overall in those 8 meetings over the last 8 years. They tried to get it underneath to Lords, and it goes right through his hands.
Yeah, I think he was turning upfield before he got the ball secured. Went right underneath his arm.
You know, like I mentioned in the open to the show tonight, I had run into a bunch of the players who up watching the volleyball matches at Pocatello at Century High School this week on Tuesdays and Thursday, and they mentioned that they to a man wanted to go out with a good performance tonight. Throw underneath comes to Inglet. Inglet loses the ball and it rolls out of bounds. Coming over to make the tackle was 15, Caton Sechrist. And when he reached out and got a hold of Davin, he punched the ball loose, but at least the ball's momentum carried it out of bounds, and Inglet is slow getting up and comes out back over to the sidelines.
Yeah, that was a close call for the Indians. If he'd have been out there in the middle of the field, that would have been dangerous, turning the ball over to the Panthers.
Fourth down and 10 for the Indians. They'll go for it here. Trailing by 20, 150 to play here in the first half as Judd wants to throw. Great throw and a great little footwork right along the sidelines by Cade Lords for the first down.
I couldn't see where that ball went, so I missed it. Sorry, those of you watching the screen.
Lords with the catch at the 44, did the little toe tap. Didn't get just one foot in, he got them both in. Good for the first down. Clock's chains move, 1:45 to play here in the first half. They send 3 receivers right again this time to the Indians. Give it to, no handoff this time. Judd will keep it himself as he'll get ahead a couple of yards and bring up 2nd down and 8, but it's going to keep the clock running as well as we're down to 1.5 minutes to play here in the first half. So 2nd down and 8. Preston trailing 27-7 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. And again, Judd wants to run. He'll get up to the 40. Still going to be short of the first down, and Preston wants a timeout. 1:09 to play in the first half. 3rd down, about 7 coming up here for the Indians. When we come back right after this timeout.
Preston called the timeout.
The second quarter tonight brought to you by Level 10 Life. Sometimes in life, the next level seems to be just out of your reach. You know you could reach your goal if you could just figure out what's blocking your success. The trained professionals at Level 10 Life offer life, health, and career coaching. These professional coaching sessions will help you put the next piece together in your puzzle. Don't wait. The coaches at Level 10 Life are here to help you reach your next milestone in life. Schedule a free consultation online at level10lifecoach.com. Indians back onto the field. 3rd down and 7. They're going to go 2 running backs this time, as pitcher is going to be in the backfield with Titan Knapp back there as well. 3 receivers. They fake the handoff. Now they're going to pitch it outside as it goes to Winder. Winder has the catch, and Winder has the first down up to the 30. They waited for the pursuit to come up, and then Judd just lobs it over the top.
Yep, almost like a screen pass, but using the defense as a screen.
Nice play. Where's that been the last 9 weeks? Inside the final minute of the first half. Wanting to throw underneath. That's complete as it goes to Pearson, out of bounds at about the 18. It'll stop the clock and be close to a first down.
Where he saw he was well covered, it was a good thing he stepped out of bounds so we could stop the clock, give us a little more time to utilize the field.
They'll move the chains, 48 seconds left in the half. 2 receivers to each side this time. Winder and the lone man in the backfield. Judd looking right, throws underneath, and it's incomplete, too far out in front of Devin Inglet.
Judd and Inglet's having a hard time tonight there. Inglet's usually right on the money on the passes with Judd. You know, their timing and everything's been good, but tonight, been a lot of misses.
Inglet's got a little bit of a bad shoulder that he's had since early on in the year as he walks back to the line of scrimmage, trying to wheel that thing around and get it back to where it's feeling better. 44 seconds to play in the half. Judd looking right, throwing it right. A lob to the corner. Inglet can't get there. I think we've been out of bounds anyway. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and 10. Of course, coming up is the Level 10 Life halftime show. Stay with us. We'll talk about the first half. Fortunately, my computer decided it didn't want to work tonight, so we don't have the stats that we normally do. But we'll find something else to talk about anyway at halftime.
Yeah, you know these
we'll
people on the air, they'll talk about anything.
We'll send out for a burger or something. As Judd rolling left, looking, throws underneath. It's caught down to the 10. As it's going to be short of the first down, and Preston's going to have to burn their last timeout. So short of the first down, it's 4th down and about 2. And Preston will call their last timeout, and we'll keep it here. I ran into Coach Jones, Tyler Jones, the basketball coach, earlier today. And he looked at me and he says, well, you ready for hoops? and he is again, having all kinds of success with his cross-country program, and it just carries over into basketball for him. They ran their state finals yesterday for cross-country. The girls taking first again in the state, and the boys took second.
Awesome. And they've kind of gone back and forth. The boys took first, I believe, last year, and the girls took second, I think it was.
You know, the funny thing is when people around the state start talking about Coach Jones, they just say it doesn't matter what he coaches, he just wins.
That's right. Well, you know, that's his positive attitude. He is a terrific coach, and, you know, he has the respect of his players, too, runners and players.
Handoff straight ahead. Winder gets inside the 5. He's got the first down. Now they'll stop the clock momentarily with 22 seconds left to move the sticks. But they'll start the clock, and it's rolling again. 20 seconds to play in the half as Judd will spike it, and they'll stop the clock with 18 seconds left. Good run by Winder to pick up the first down.
As I was saying, you know, the players with Coach Jones, you know, he's a no-nonsense coach, I believe, and he really has the respect of his players.
Hold on, timeout again, this time taken by Snake River, as they'll take the timeout with 18 seconds left, and once again, we'll keep it here. He has great respect. I've trying to think. I remember the coach's name who went from Middleton to Awanee when they opened the new school when they went to 5A. When he's in Middleton and they beat Preston in the state final a couple of years ago, he stood there and in front of everybody inside the Ford Arena in Boise, he openly admitted that Preston is the #1 program in the state, and beating them is always a challenge.
Right, and it is. You know, they're well prepared. They've got kids that are committed to the program. It's great. It's a great program. It really is.
First game coming up the Saturday after Thanksgiving, as Preston will open the year at Burley. Girls open their season at home on November the 12th as they'll take on Soda Springs here at Preston Gym.
Yeah, it'll be exciting to see the girls this year. New head coach in Coons.
Yeah, Camille Coons taking over as head coach. Talked to her last night. She's excited about it. Fake handoff. Judd wants to roll underneath. The throw is caught underneath. It's complete to Owen Pearson for the 4-yard touchdown pass.
He almost bobbed. I'm sorry I didn't get the camera around there just in time for it, but he bobbled the ball just a little bit and then fell out of bounds, but he had control when he went out. So it was a touchdown call. Nice play by the coaches.
So a little rollout. Good for the touchdown. Makes it 27-13. As Parker Cromwell on to try the extra point again. He has been almost perfect this year, as he's only missed one all season.
You jinxed him.
Just as I say that, the kick goes wide left.
You know, when I was going to come in on Parker last year, he was the number 2 kicker last year behind Owen Pearson, and Owen did a great job and still is a good kicker. But Owen realized coming back this late, that was Parker's job this year, and Parker has done a fantastic job. But I think him and Owen's been working together on that kicking, and so both players can get the job done.
So 13 seconds left on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard, and it's now 27-13. Snake River leads, and kind of the challenge again for the Preston coaching staff be find a way to slow down that Snake River offense. Something they have yet to do.
And Preston will get the ball back if we can stop them here without scoring in the last 13 seconds. Preston will get the ball at the start of the second half.
And that's a big thing. I mean, that's a 14-point swing. If they can keep Snake River from scoring here and then come back and score in their first possession of the second half, that's why you see a lot of coaches will automatically just defer to the second half because they want that opportunity for the 14-point swing like that.
Right, exactly. Up or down, it's good to, you can either go up by 14 or down by 14. So
Parker Cromwell is going to kick off, and I wonder if they're going to try an onside kick here with just 13 seconds left in the half. As it's a line drive down the middle. It's a skidder as it comes to Cerna. Cerna straight ahead. Breaks one tackle, but still got him by the ankle and won't let him go anywhere, as it was Jackson Merrill who had him by the ankle, and then when he was down, somebody came in and jumped on him, and it's going to be a late hit.
Personal foul.
So against the Indians, as they said that he was down, and then someone came over and kind of jumped on top of him. So it'll be a late hit, personal foul against the Indians. It'll move the ball 15 yards with 6.5 seconds left here in the first half. So by the time they set the ball down, it's all the way back out to the Snake River 45. And they'll have one chance really to throw something of a Hail Mary.
And Rye has a good arm. He can throw deep. If he's got the speed of the receivers down there, I watched him throw in warm-ups, and he can let it fly, let me tell you.
Coach Traveler out there to flash the defensive signal. Preston playing deep center field, but instead they'll run it. They'll give it to Belknap, and Belknap's going to get up to the 40-yard line, but that's the way the first half is going to end. So after the first 2 quarters on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard, Preston has not been, hold on, we're not done yet. Apparently they're going to put 1 second back on the clock. Snake River took a timeout with 1 second, which is funny because when I looked up, there was already zeros on the clock.
Yeah, there was 20. There was that was a 20-yard run
in 6 seconds.
In 6 seconds, yeah, with being stopped here and there. So I don't know.
All right, so they're going to put 1 second back on the clock. So we'll give them one more play as the ball up to the 39-yard line, and see if they'll give it back to making a running play, or they try some kind of trick play this time and
I think they'll go for the end zone personally. But
Will Rye throw some sort of a Hail Mary type attempt and see if they can get a defensive foul and get another play?
Very possible.
Tonight's game brought to you by Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care that you'll receive anywhere in the Cache Valley. Franklin County Medical Center. 3 receivers right. Belknap the lone setback. Ray wants to throw. He's going to go deep to the end zone and playing the deep middle. It's picked off there by Englet. Here comes Davin back the other way. Gets up to the 50, runs out of bounds, and that's the way the first half will end.
Well, that's one way to secure them from scoring is a good interception.
They got another penalty flag out on the field, though, so hold on. As it's some sort of a call against Preston. It's declined, and the first half is over. Whatever that 2 fists bunting together like that. Not sure what that call is.
The clock had run out, and the coach was wise because he wouldn't have any time on the clock anyway. It would be a free down, but it would have been Preston's ball. So why give them the chance to make a touchdown?
Exactly. 27-13 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard after the first half. We'll come back and we'll talk about the first half of tonight's game when John and I are back right after this. Halftime activities are brought to you by Level 10 Life.
Level 10 Life provides skilled one-on-one life coaching sessions to help you unlock your next level in life. Our trained professionals specialize in health, life, and career coaching. Book a free consultation today at level10lifecoach.com.
Whether it's your vehicle, home, business, or even life, protecting the things that matter most shouldn't be left to chance. At Farm Bureau, the Smith Agency, everything that is important to you is important to us. That's why our office and agents are united to protect your future and give you peace of mind today. I'm Brittany Smith. As your local Farm Bureau agents, my husband Braden and I would love to customize and simplify plans that are unique to you and what you care about. Stop in today and see how Farm Bureau can make insurance simple for you.
People oftentimes ask us, why do people from other areas of the valley or other parts of the state or drive so far to come here? And a lot of times I'll ask them, so why did you drive past several different dealers to come and buy your car here? And a lot of times they say, I just like the environment here. I like the low pressure. They don't play games. You guys are straightforward with me. You don't, trick me into buying something I don't want. We take care of people the way we want to be treated, and so they'll drive a ways to do that.
Bought my first truck from here in 1992 when I was 14 years old, and been buying trucks and a few cars ever since. I'm always referring friends, family, anybody I talk to West Motor Company.
We have a good time here, We have a great team of employees that we encourage them to have fun. Play at work is kind of one of our mottos.
West Motors will treat you like family.
WestMotorCompany.com.
Papa J's World Headquarters in Clifton, Idaho, started on the dream of a man who wanted to give back to his small-town farming community. 20 years later, it's a place renowned for its gourmet beef jerky, deli, and uniquely friendly customer experience. The friendly staff at Papa J's invites you to come in or find them online at papajs.com, where you can have the unique taste of Papa J's beef jerky shipped to you all with a click of a button. Papa J's, world-class jerky in small-town USA. papajs.com.
Whether you're in need of timber frame buildings, estate entrances, trusses, pergolas, pavilions, or gazebos, the craftsmanship at Milestone Timberworks reflects our passion and commitment of building for the future. At the beginning and end of the day, it's about achieving the built environment where the truly great moments in life are experienced. We look forward to working with you. Visit milestonetimberworks.com today.
Folks have many reasons to visit Casper, Wyoming every year, whether it's work, high school sports and activities, a romantic getaway, or business meetings. The best place to stay when you're in Casper is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. A beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, a pool, fitness center, and a fabulous indoor atrium. You can also reserve meeting rooms for your next event, and each stay includes an extended continental breakfast. Reserve your rooms today at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. Call 307-472-6300.
KACH.
Halftime show here at Preston High School as we are at the break on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. The Snake River Panthers leading by the score of 20-7-13. And John, in the first half, it's kind of the same old story for the Indians. Defensively, they just can't get off the field.
Yeah, and, like I say, I think the other teams are watching film, seeing where they can run the ball. They're running the ball against us very successfully. And, I think Rye's only thrown like 4 times tonight, so if I believe.
For those watching on mylocalradio.com, you're watching the Fidels down dancing to their version of Michael Jackson's Thriller down on the field with Halloween coming up next week. As the first half of the Indians was more trick than treat, that's for sure, as they trail 27-13. However, they did make some opportunities for themselves. I thought that Judd was throwing the ball well in the first half, and certainly Carson Winder has had some good, solid runs.
Has had some good runs. Owen Pearson has had a couple of good catches. The one concern for me tonight is the connection between Judd and Inglet. They're not. He hasn't been on the mark with Inglet tonight. I don't know if, I don't know which side of the ball is the problem there. But if we get that timing down with Inglet, because he runs great patterns, he's usually open when the ball's there if the ball's on the mark. So, there's a lot of things. Lords has had a couple of good catches for, I think, like about 25, maybe 30 yards. And we have the potential. The potential's there. We've just got to execute.
We just, for whatever reason, it just never quite came together in the first half. If you saw our pregame interview with Coach Cunningham, we talked about the way things have come out to play this year in his first year as head coach, and he said there was a lot of things that didn't quite work out the way they thought they were going to, offensively and defensively, and certainly, again, he wouldn't allude to any possible changes coming up, but certainly he did mention that things will be different next year. Yeah, and he's, like he says, he's going to talk with the school athletic director and see what his options are, and see what we can come up with for next year. Yeah, I agree that Eric Thorson, he liked to schedule tough. That's the way he liked his teams, to be able to compete at that level against tough teams. Right. But we didn't quite have the horses to compete at that level this year, leading to the under 500 record that they have this year, and certainly all the travel that they did early on with the 4 games in 4 different states to open the season didn't help either. Well, there's a lot of things that factor into those type of decisions that the schools have to make and who they schedule and everything. We'd like to. We only had 4 home games this year, 3. Well, 5 technically, is 2 of those 4 games. But they weren't home games. They weren't home games, but we were scheduled to be home games, though they were played in neutral sites. So technically, Preston only played here on their home field 3 times, but when you look at the record book, they technically had 5 home games. Right. There's a lot of things to consider. Maybe next year will be a little bit different. Like we say, we're not prophetic, so we have to guess. Certainly, you like to see them, and Coach alluded to this, schedule smaller schools. We don't need to schedule the Burleys necessarily, although they are 4A. Madison certainly is a team that had 90 guys out on the field, compared to what Preston dresses and travels, and certainly they were a lot bigger. The Lakeland players were bigger than we were. South Sevier was bigger than we were. But I would like to see us schedule, if we're going to schedule 4A schools outside of the district, let's schedule schools that are more our size. We're just a few students over that barrier to be out of 3A anyway. But let's play schools that are more our size and more, I don't want to say competition level, but more our size,
right,
that we would be able to compete against.
Well, one of the games, this year was a real surprise. What a step up Burley made this year, and their fight against in the 4A too, but they are growing also. So, but I'd like to see that rivalry keep going because we've had good success, and I think we will again. Right.
We will update you on one score. They're at halftime over at Dayton. Westside leading at halftime over Malad, 46-6. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back more with at halftime with Preston trailing 27-13. We'll be right back.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
The Preston Lady Indian volleyball team are headed for the district tournament next week with some very big matches in their future. The tournament gets started on Tuesday with other matches to be played also on Thursday and Saturday. Keep listening to KACH. It's the goal in everyone's life to reach financial independence and security. Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston can help with strategies to assist in those goals. They will design a plan to suit you, whether it be for your family, home, or current or future investments. Evergreen Financial Partners can help with life insurance, long-term life, 401ks, retirement plans, or mutual funds. Contact the experts at Evergreen Financial and let them put a plan together for you. Find them at 41 West 1st South in Preston, or go online to set your appointment at evergreenfinancialpartners.net. Evergreen Financial Partners, your first step to financial security.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
And welcome back here again. It's halftime here at Preston High School as the Indians trailing here after the end of the first half, 27-13 to Snake River. We didn't mean to run that volleyball commercial, but it kind of brings up they lost last night to Pocatello to have their season come to an end, although they beat Pocatello on Tuesday in a very enjoyable and entertaining 5-set match. Preston had 3 coaching changes this year, football and volleyball being the first 2 that have competed, as they had difficult seasons, but they're productive at the end.
Right.
And both of them get ready to come back and play again next year.
Yeah, it'll be good. A lot of growing programs here.
As for the Indians, as they come back out onto the field, here comes Snake River back out on the field as well. So we're almost ready for the second half of tonight's play. It's 27-13, Snake River on top on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. We'll take another timeout. Second half coming up right after this. Sometimes in life, the next level seems to be just out of your reach. You know you could reach your goal if you could just figure out what's blocking your success. The trained professionals at Level 10 Life offer life, health, and career coaching. These professional coaching sessions will help you put the next piece together in your puzzle. Don't wait. The coaches at Level 10 Life are here to help you reach your next milestone in life. Schedule a free consultation online at level10lifecoach.com.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
Franklin County Medical Center is proud to provide excellence in surgical and specialty health care right here in our community, making it extremely convenient to receive world-class care without even leaving the county. The best part is that we work closely with your primary care physicians to ensure a convenient and coordinated care experience. Our skilled surgeons are continually adding services to Franklin County, some you won't find anywhere in the greater Cache Valley area. Discover what is available right here at fcmc.org/specialty. You just might be surprised at what we have to offer.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
All right, we get ready to start quarter number 3, 27-13. Preston trails in the third quarter of tonight's game is brought to you by Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. Stop by where you can pick up all the parts that you need to keep your car or truck running strong. 17 South State Street in Preston. So make sure you stop in where you'll be treated like a friend at Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. So Preston will get the ball to start the second half, as the Indians start to run back out on the field. As going back deep, Devin Inglet will go back there. Also going back there with him is Carson Winder. And going back there as well as is 24 Tayden Edwards going out there as well. So they'll kick it off, they being the Snake River Panthers, and kick off the duties, again handled by Andy Cerna as he tees the ball up. Trying to look for more scores from down in Utah in the first round of the playoffs down there. Don't see anything new that they have reported down there as of yet. We'll keep looking and pass them on as they come along, as Cerna's kickoff is going to be hooked out of bounds over on the left-hand side, as that'll draw a flag, and Preston will get the ball at their 35-yard line to start quarter number 3 here tonight's game brought to you by Naylor Insurance for home, health, life, and auto from Mutual of Enumclaw. Stop by and find out how much you can save for yourself. Naylor Insurance, 223 North State Street in Preston. So here comes the Indian offense back out onto the field as they get the ball to start the second half, trailing by 14, 27-13, as they will start with twin receivers to each side, and Winder the lone setback. They want to throw immediately as the throw is underneath to Owen Pearson. Pearson gets up.
No gain.
Just
to the line.
Just a short gain. They might give him a yard or two. That's about it. And it's going to bring up second down and 8. As 15, Geiston Seacrest. No relation to Ryan Seacrest.
Never know.
Forces him out of bounds. Second down and 8. Snap out of the shotgun, throw underneath, complete. As they go underneath this time to Inglet. As that'll be good for about 6 yards, and it'll bring up third down and short here, as they're going to spot the ball just short of the 45. So third down and 1 here for the Indians to open up the second half.
Good to see that connection between Judd and Inglet.
3 receivers right this time. Lord's the lone receiver left. Looking to swing it out. They'll throw it to Winder underneath. Winder has the first down, gets across midfield as he's up to about the 45-yard line where he slides out of bounds into the Preston bench. That'll be good for a first down for Preston.
Yeah, that was, again, that pass wasn't right on the money. It was a little high and a little bit behind him, but Winder made a great catch to bring it down and make the extra yardage.
So 1st and 10 for the Indians. Judd throws underneath. Again, he goes to Inglet, who giving up ground to try to get around the corner. Ooh, and then gets popped hard over there and driven out of bounds. There to make contact with him was Andy Cerna.
Thought I saw a late flag come in. Maybe not. Nope.
So 2nd down and 7, 3-yard gain on the pass play.
You had to go back 6 yards and then come back up to get that 3 yards.
Judd rolling left, looking, now wants to just flip it underneath. It's complete to Winder as Winder gets across the 40 to about the 38, 39. Let's see where they're going to mark it. But it's going to be 3rd down and manageable. About 3rd and about 4 here coming up. So Preston immediately go back to the line of scrimmage again. They'll send twin receivers to each side.
I think they're trying to set up that long pass. They've thrown 3 short ones. Now they'll try for a long one here pretty quick.
Flip it out here to Winder again. Winder challenges the cornerback on that side, and he'll pick up another first down as Sechrist not able to make the stop in time, and they'll move the chains once again. Down in the playoffs down in Utah, Logan had to travel all the way down to Cedar City tonight, and Cedar beat Logan by a score of 7-0. As flags fly from the back judge.
Yeah, if it's blown dead, it's usually a false start. Oh, illegal procedure. Oh, illegal participation.
Illegal participation penalty by the defense. So that'll move the ball 5 yards. Then just bring up 1st down and 5 here for Preston. So 1st down and 5 now for the Indians as they spot the ball at the Bear River. Can't tell. Looks like the 35-yard line as they give it to Pearson on the end around, and Pearson's brought down, loss of yardage. He's going to be thrown back all the way back to about the 35-yard line. So it'll be back to near the original line of scrimmage. Going to give him forward progress to right at the 30-yard line. So 2nd down and 9 here for the Indians after the timeout, after the penalty. So 2nd and 9. Judd goes on the run. Now we're trying to scramble toward the sticks on the far side. He gets out of bounds. As Cerna over there to kind of make sure he runs out of bounds. Let's see where they're going to mark it. As they'll mark it just short of the line to gain. So 3rd down and 1 coming up here for the Indians. 8:31 to play here in quarter number 3.
Winder up the middle or Judd keep up the middle? What do you think?
They're going to run it to Winder. And he breaks a tackle, and he gets across the 30-yard line. That'll be good for the first down. Check that, across the 20-yard line, I should say. I wish they would paint the numbers back on the field again like they did a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Well, all we have is those cones over there on those markers.
And you get people standing in front of them, and you can't see them. So 1st and 10 Indians as they move the chains just across the 20-yard line. Again, they'll go twins to each side. Judd looking left, throws underneath. He gets it to, I believe it was Inglet. He gets chased out of bounds over there on the near side. Oh, they throw it to Pearson. I thought it was Inglet, but it's 2, not
Pearson.
3.
Yeah, he was in the locker room, I believe.
Yeah, so pick up about 9 on the play, 2nd down and 1. No, Inglet's out there. He's on the other side. As Judd comes over to say something to Pearson. Remember, he hasn't been with the team all that long after finishing the golf season, playing in only his second game of the year. Fake handoff underneath. It comes to Lords. Lords trying to struggle, gets to about the 6, down to the 5, still on his feet, and trying to muscle his way as 3 or 4 white shirts there trying to just drag him back as he gets.
Yeah, and we had the beef of the line coming up, help pushing him forward. So it was kind of a tug of war there.
Gets down to the 6, first and goal here. 7:15 to play in quarter number 3. Preston still trailing by 14, but trying to shorten that up as they can punch this one in. Judd wants to roll left, fakes, pumps once, now throws into the end zone, and it's complete for the touchdown as Larson comes over, makes the sliding grab, and he is in.
There's a flag, a penalty, unsportsmanlike conduct on somebody.
So flag comes in after the play. The play should stand. If the unsportsmanlike, should be stepped off on the kickoff here. As indication from the referee is unsportsmanlike against the Indians. As
they're wondering if they wanted penalized on the
unsportsmanlike against Preston. The penalty be assessed on the kickoff. So it makes it 27-19. Preston trying to get it down to less than the 8 points that it's at now here with the extra point. As once again Cromwell will come in and try the kick. As the snap, the spot, the kick is up, and it is good. 6:58 left here in quarter number 3. Preston now trailing by 7, 27-7 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Quarter number 3 is brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. We'll be right back. It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
So Preston able to take the opening kickoff down the field and stick it in the end zone and get back to within 7.
And that's good. That's what Snake River did in the opening kickoff, was take it down and was able to score. Preston now coming back with now within 1 touchdown with that 1 score.
Tonight's game brought to you by Procon Homes, building quality multifamily homes across the West. So 27-7 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard as the Indians will line up to kick off here again. As doing the honors, once again, it's Kerry Swainston, sophomore, so he'll be back next year.
Yep, when they're kicking off from the 25 with that 15-yard penalty.
Right.
So the Snake River Panthers should get this in pretty good field position.
Absolutely. They're standing and waiting for it at about the 25. So Swainston puts a toe to it. Kind of a low duck hook. Takes a nice bounce as having to go up and get it and bring it back down was the receiver. Now he's bringing it back to the 50. And a nice tackle, flag down. A nice tackle made by Cade Lords, but there's a flag back about the 40-yard line. Let's see what that is. Lords got him by the ankles and wouldn't let him go, holding here against Snake River.
Receiving team, yeah.
So what was going to be a good starting position is going to nullify that, as it should push the ball all the way back to just about the 30-yard line, maybe the 32 by the time they stop walking it off. In fact, they'll set it down
right at the 30.
They'll set it down right at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, the hold was on the 40-yard line, so that puts it back to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10, that certainly helps. That's not great starting position that they would have had with that 15-yard unsportsmanlike call on the touchdown pass. But the question remains now, Preston has to get off the field and stop the Snake River offense on a first down. The throw is complete underneath. They get up to the 50, again to the Preston territory as the pass complete to Easton Garner.
Yeah, Rye's been right on the money with his passing today, pretty close. I think, he hit that. He hit.
So the first down, first down play, good for 25 yards and a first down as they move into Preston territory as the ball down at the 45-yard line. 6:20 to play here in the third quarter as the clock in motion now after they set the chains. As Ray wants to keep it again, and this time, there's 3 or 4 blue jerseys who just squash him like a pancake.
Yeah, they had a blitz on that time. They came hard, and Rye couldn't set up to make the throw. He would have had a one-on-one down the field, but they blitzed him and was able to shut him down.
Judd was there, Reynolds was there, and also 75, that's Brenton Huff. He was there as well. So second down and 12. 5.5 to play in the third as they give it back again as it goes to Belknap. Belknap still on his feet, has the first down, still on his feet. In fact, he's going to go all the way, touchdown. 48 yards for Mr. Belknap.
Yeah, Levi Belknap, that's why I say he's a strong runner. When he gets into that secondary, he can do just about anything he wants. He has great speed and agility to get away from the tackles.
So Belknap goes 48 yards, gets that score right back. And once again, here's Andy Cerna on to try the extra point, 33-20. Snap, spot, the kick is up, and it is good. Once again, it's back out to a 14-point lead. 34-20, Snake River leads on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. And again, Preston will have the ball when we come back right after this.
We all have those times in life where having insurance has been a great comfort in helping to make a bad situation better. Naylor Insurance takes pride in being that friend there to help you when you need it the most. Serving the community since 1978, Naylor Insurance is proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your insurance needs through Mutual of Enumclaw. Stop by our new location, 223 North State Street in Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com. KACH.
Tonight's game brought to you by North Stars Ultimate Outdoors. Hey, get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Stars Ultimate Outdoors on State Street at the north end of the city of Preston. Deer season opens tomorrow. Elk season going for another week or so. Want to wish Cody Olson, the voice of the Westside Pirates, the best of luck in trying to get his elk. He's been trying for a couple of weekends now, and just not only does he not have one, he says he hasn't even seen any.
Really?
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of success from other hunters.
So here's Cerna, high down the far side. This is going to go into the end. They can say wow, they're going to put it out to the 35. I thought it was inside the pylon as went into the end zone first, but they said no. So Preston will get the ball back out at their 35-yard line. He was hoping that the possibility of snow this weekend would drive them back out of the high country.
Yeah, they're going to call that a touchback because, like you were right, that was on the inside of the pylon.
Yeah.
So they're calling it a touchback, so it'll come out to the 20 and not the 35.
So first and 10, Preston at their own 20. 3:26 to play here in the third quarter.
Somebody did clean your glasses. That was a good call. I couldn't tell
you like
from
that?
here. Yeah, that's pretty good.
You know, blind squirrel finds an acorn once in a while. So first and 10 Indians. Judd is going to go under center. Twin setbacks this time as they'll hand it off as the handoff goes inside. Bracken Ward gets the call, and he'll get maybe a couple of yards. So 2nd down and 8 on the run by Ward. You know, I asked Coach Cunningham if they're going to give some of the underclassmen some extra reps to get them exposures for next year. He didn't really indicate that was going to be in the offing. As they throw out here, it's good as it's complete to Lords, out to the 45 and a 1st down.
Yeah, there's a good connection right there. Judd was right on the money with Lords, caught him on the outside shoulder and was able to make the play.
Gain of 23, they'll move the chains, and 1st down again for the Indians. Clock runs with 4:40 to play. 34-20, Snake River leads on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. I think we want to thank all of our sponsors who've been with us through volleyball and football, and we look forward to having you with us again during basketball coming up as well. Judd looking, throws underneath, tried to get it to Lords, but it was too far out in front of him. Yeah, it'll be an incomplete pass, and it'll stop the clock with 4:13 to play. Which reminds me, if you would like to have your business, if you're a business owner, be part of the Preston Indians and Westside Pirate basketball programs, you can give us a call, and we'd be love to come over and talk to you about advertising with us. You can call the office at 208-852-1340. 208-852-1340. Little dump-off pass goes to Winder. Back across midfield, and Carson's finally spun out of bounds. It'll bring up 3rd down and about 4 here for the Indians. That number again, if you'd like to advertise with us for basketball upcoming, 208-852-1340. They're going to go quick here now as it's 3rd down and 4 here as they get the defense to jump, and jumping off sides was Titan Martin.
Yeah, that'll give him a 1st down at the 45-yard line, 46-yard line.
Martin, where he realized what he'd done and heard the whistles, he just took both hands and put them on his head and just like, oh, no,
yeah,
what did I do?
I'm guilty.
He's going to hear about it on the bus ride home. 1st down Indians at the Snake River 45. Shotgun snap comes to Judd, looking right, throwing up the sidelines. There is Larson, and it's out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, he was hit hard as the ball went over his head. The defender out there, I can't see the number, but hit him hard, so he's down.
He landed awkwardly out of bounds. He got hit in the midsection, but he landed awkwardly, landing out of bounds at about the 15-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like number 9, Taylor Cherry, is the one that hit him. He went over and tapped him on the head, said, sorry about that.
Well, while they check on Larson, let's squeeze in a quick break. We'll be right back.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
The Preston Lady Indian volleyball team are headed for the district tournament next week with some very big matches in their future. North Star's Ultimate Outdoors is the best provider of power sport vehicles right here in downtown Preston. Vehicles and equipment from brand names that you know and trust, like Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. Stop in and let us get you ready for your next adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts, 777 North State Street, Preston. Well, they're helping Cade Larson across the field, not really able to put much weight on his left ankle. Not exactly the way he wanted to pick his season end, as the senior helped off in his last game. So it's 2nd down and 10 here for the Indians at the Snake River 45. 3:17 to play here in quarter number 3. Snake River leads by 14. That's going to get some more snaps here for Titan Knapp as he comes in to replace him. He lines up in the slot right. So now it's Judd having to scramble and goes and is chased out of bounds as he's drug out of bounds by Gary Hunter. As Judd with the keeper gets across the 40. Picks up about 7 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 3 coming up. Make it 3rd and 4 as they set it down at the 39-yard line. They need to get to the 35 for the 1st down. Judd, give it to Winder. Big hole right up the middle. He stumbles, but he still has the 1st down as he gets across the 35 to about the 33. Stumbled going through the line of scrimmage. I don't know if he tripped over somebody's foot or just tripped over the 35-yard line. But he got the 1st down anyway. They move the chains, 2:50 to play here in quarter number 3. Two backs in the backfield. Winder and Knapp. Shotgun snap and flags and whistles at the snap. False start. That's going to push the Indians back again 5 yards, and it'll stop the clock with 2:36 to play here in quarter number 3. Tonight's game brought to you by Les Schwab Tire in North Logan. Les Schwab Tire is your one stop for tires, brakes, alignments, and more. Find out for yourself. 1986 North Main Street in North Logan. 1st and 15. Twin receivers to each side. Fake the ball there to Winder. And they want to throw underneath, but before they can, Judd is swarmed under by 3 different rushers there for Snake River all the way back to the 50-yard line.
They were all off the front line. How they got through there so quick is beyond me.
It was almost like, it looked almost like to me like they were going to try to set up a screen pass.
Yeah.
But now Winder comes off. He takes his helmet off, and he's coming off. If he got popped in the nose, he's a little bit woozy as he gets to the sideline, as a matter of fact.
Judd. Or
not Winder, but Judd.
Yeah, that was Judd.
So they take his helmet away from him. And now speaking of Winder, he's going to have to step in and play quarterback. And Preston needs to get organized here, so the Indians want to take a timeout. 1:29 to play here in the 3rd. Preston trails by 14 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. And once again, we'll be right back. If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
Now Carson Winder back in at quarterback. He figures to be the quarterback next year anyway. And the first snap kind of squirts away from him, picks it up and throws as he throws underneath to England, who steps out of bounds at about the 42. It'll be a gain of 3 yards and bring up 3rd down and long, as they still need to get all the way up to about the 22-yard line.
Yeah, they're still
21 yards away. So 3rd down and long here for the Indians, as Owen Judd got swarmed over by those 3 big defensive linemen there by Snake River, and he went off woozy over here to the sidelines. Winder to throw. Pulls it down, wants to run, then slips, trying to get away, being chased down, finally lobs it toward the end zone, flags are down, and the ball's knocked down inside the 10-yard line.
They got ineligible downfield, I believe.
You probably do. You start running like that, and offensive linemen want to run down and start throwing blocks, and then all of a sudden you pull up and throw the ball, and they're back in an area where they don't need to be.
Yep.
That's exactly what it is. Ineligible downfield. Passes, penalty declined, and it'll be 4th down and 21 yards to go.
Yeah, nothing to lose here. You might as well go for it. Oh, they're going to send the kicking team out.
They're going to punt it away. Is Winder already out on the field? He is the punter, of course. So they'll send the punt team out. As Cerna back to receive the kick, standing at his own 10-yard line. As Winder, little pooch kick, high, just lobs it out there. As it hits at about the 20, it's going to roll inside the 20 down to about the 18-yard line, and that's where the Snake River Panthers will come back out and put it back into play with 57 seconds left here in quarter number 3. They lead by 14, 34-20 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. And tonight's game brought to you by Evergreen Financial. When planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial in Preston. You can set your appointment to go in and see them and talk about your financial future at evergreenfinancialpartners.com. 1st and 10, Snake River. Back at their own 16-yard line as the handoff inside goes to Belknap, who carried the ball 48 yards for a touchdown last time he touched it. Be a short gain here, and the clock runs down inside a minute with 40 seconds to play here in quarter number 3. 2nd down and 8 coming up.
Well, Judd comes back out onto the field.
That's good.
Owen Judd. I was going to say, I hope we don't have 2 people down. Cade Larson's out with an ankle, looks like, for a while.
Titan Knapp head back to the bench. And on the next play, they'll again try to run it. They get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more than that, and that should bring quarter number 3 to an end as we're down to 10 seconds remaining here in quarter number 3.
Yeah, I believe they won't even snap that.
We'll go to the 4th quarter. The 4th quarter of tonight's game is brought to you by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. We're done with 3. Snake River on top, 34-20. We'll go to the 4th coming up right after this.
Whether you're in need of timber frame buildings, estate entrances, trusses, pergolas, pavilions, or gazebos, the craftsmanship at Milestone Timberworks reflects our passion and commitment of building for the future. At the beginning and end of the day, it's about achieving the built environment where the truly great moments in life are experienced. We look forward to working with you. Visit milestonetimberworks.com today.
Hi, my name is Penny Wright, born and raised in Preston. I am your local Medicare agent. I am here to give you the knowledge you need so you can make an informed and wise choice for your Medicare needs. Call me at 208-852-2367 if you're turning 65 or have any Medicare questions.
KACH.
Fourth quarter brought to you by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. Excuse me. You want to order some of their world-class jerky, you can do so online at papajs.com. So here comes Owen Judd be back out on the field. And funny thing was, is it in between quarters, he was looking for his mouthpiece. It was out there in the grass. He had lost it. As Rye wants to throw underneath, and it's complete. Going to be short of the 1st down and bring up 4th down at about 1 as they get up near the 36-yard line. And it'll be 4th and short if they choose to go for it, or will they punt it away up by 14? Looks like they'll go for it as Ray's going to stay on the field. So 4th and short here. Big opportunity for the Preston defense. Here in the 4th quarter of their final game of the year, can they get off the field here? Belknap in the backfield. In fact, I formation behind Ray. And now they want to change the play. Anderton slid across as he's standing behind the right guard as they look over to the they're going to go ahead and just let the clock run. They're going to take the penalty and punt it away anyway. So they chose to run the 7 seconds off the clock. It's a delay of game penalty, and figures at this point that they would probably be kicking it away. I wouldn't understand why they would take the delay penalty and then still want to run the ball.
I didn't see a flag. Was there a delay?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The back judge was counting it off before the whistles blew. Unless they took the timeout.
Yeah, I think they took the timeout, so they're going to stay at fourth and 2, and maybe try to change the play to see what Preston's going to do.
Preston defense walks back out on the field. We'll remind you that coming up after we're done tonight, we'll have the complete rebroadcast of the West Side Malad game for you tonight. I'll tell you what the score is here in a minute, but if you want to listen to the West Side game, you may not want to hear it. That'll be the spoiler as the handoff goes to Belknap, and he's tripped up short of the first down. So Preston does get off the field as he gets tripped up by Owen Judd, who comes off to a hero's welcome as he gets back over here to the Preston bench.
Yeah, that's a little momentum for the Indians. Now they're almost in their own red zone, or in the red zone there.
First and 10 at the Snake River 25 is where they'll put it in play.
Yeah, short field.
Go ahead. Question is, who's going to be playing quarterback? As
Judd
will come back out on the field. Just curious to see who is going to come out and play it. So Judd will be back under center. Winder will go back to his running back spot. First and 10. Judd pulls it down and is caught again as, again, some of those big defensive linemen that we don't have names for drag him down. Actually, 58 we do have a name for. That's Ben Matthews.
Well, that looked like Judd made a second decision. He decided he's going to pull it down and run, and then he hesitated and then tried to run into the big guys. Once you hesitate, you don't have an advantage going into the line like that.
Officials timeout. Judd apparently couldn't find his mouthpiece. Now he's got to come over.
Not contact.
He's got a
mouthpiece.
Little blood around the mouth. He's going to wipe the blood off of the lip.
They send him off.
Dave Allred takes care of that. Referee looks at it like a good dentist would. Says, you got a little shadow on that bicuspid there, my boy. You need to go seek medical attention. No, I'm kidding.
No, don't get rumors started.
3 receivers, they throw it underneath as it's complete. Down low, it's Inglet all the way down to inside the 15-yard line. It should be good for a first down.
Depends on where they mark it.
Yep, it'll be just across the 15 and first and 10 for the Indians. 11 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Preston trails by 14. Judd looks back over at the bench to try to get the play. 2 receivers to each side. Fake handoff, looking left. Throw, a little fade pattern to the end zone.
Touchdown.
It's
touchdown.
The pass complete to Cade Lords for the touchdown. So Preston's about as close as they've been all night now, as they trail by 8, and they'll look to cut it to 7. 15-yard touchdown pass to Cade Lords. They'll kick the extra point here to try to cut it down and make it a 1-score game. Snap is high. Good job by Winder to get it down. The kick is up. And hold on.
Good. It was good.
The kick was good, but now they're waiting for people to unpile. Was there a flag on the play? The referee didn't put his hands up. Instead, he just turns around and looks back toward the end zone. Apparently, it's going to be good as Preston runs off the field. So with 10:46 to play, on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. It's 34-27. Preston trails by 7, and we'll be right back.
In 1996, my father, Jay Moyle, started producing gourmet beef jerky in the foothills of Clifton, Idaho. Now, over 20 years later, Papa Jay's beef jerky is a staple of the Franklin County community. Family run since the beginning, the modern way of making jerky here at Papa Jay's is the old-fashioned way. Absolutely no shortcuts are taken in producing the finest quality and most delicious smoked meat you can find. Come over to Papa Jay's and bite into a tender, flavorful stick of Papa Jay's, and your view of jerky will never be the same. 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
Well, it's a final over in Dayton. Westside able to beat Malad on senior night. The final score over there is 60-6, and we'll have a rebroadcast of that game for you coming up as soon as we are done here at Preston. Indians cut the lead down to 7, 34-27 as it's a little pooch kick. It's almost a little pitching wedge. It's mishandled, and the Indians get it. As coming over was Dalen Adderton, who had it in his hands and then dropped it. As they unpile who's got it, as the official on this side says that it's Snake River's ball. So Parker Cromwell with almost a little flop wedge that he just threw up in the air.
Yeah, it went up. It barely went 10 yards. It went 15 yards and came down.
Somebody who lines up in the high grass with a sand wedge, just throw it wide open and just throw it straight up. I talk a good game as the handoff goes to Belknap. Belknap's going to run straight off the right side. You're picking about 7 on the play and bring up second down.
Yeah, you haven't given me the opportunity to see just how much you know or how much you do.
I talk a good golf game, man, let me tell you. Of course, with the snow's coming, I don't know how much longer the golf course is going to be open.
Oh, well, if there's no snow on the ground, the golf course will be open.
Second down and 3. Give it back to Belknap again. He has the first down as he gets to midfield and finally drug down there as it was Jackson Morrell who had him by the shoestrings and wouldn't let go. First down in midfield. Clock runs after they set the chains. 10:03 left here in the fourth quarter. 34-27. Snake River leading on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard.
You know what we haven't seen today is an interception, or actually
haven't had a turnover at all.
Turnover at all. Yeah.
Sort of very cleanly played game. It's just Preston's defense struggling to get off the field again. There goes Belknap again. Belknap in another big hole. He gets out to the 40. He's got another first down as he picks up another 10 yards.
Yeah, he's a tough one to bring down. He gets that mojo going, and he keeps perking.
Parker Bodley on the stop for the Indians as Aiden Reynolds comes off. And they'll move the chains yet again. Clock running down to 9.5 to play here in the Preston Indians football season. Preston would love to win this one. Of course, their only win of the year coming in the game at Jerome in week 4 of the season. They've lost 4 in a row since then as they go back to Belknap again. As Belknap gets up to just short of the 35. He picks up about 4.5 on the play.
He was met there by Owen Judd, and then Winder came in and kept pushing on him. And
so call it second down and 6 here. As you would think, Snake River just like to keep the ball on the ground and let their big bell cow, Levi Belknap, just keep running the ball and let the clock keep running. They go back to Belknap again. He's going to try the left side. As gets a few yards.
First down.
Gets another first down. Carson Breckland there to make the stop. But they're going to move the chains again. Methodical drive here by the Panthers. They get across the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Anderton and Belknap in the backfield. As again, they're going to go to Belknap again, and he's hit in the backfield as making first contact there was Bracken Ward to kind of slow things up. He does get about, call it about a half a yard here, so it's a very short gain. Second down and a short 9 coming up. Clock runs, 7:50 to play as we go under 8 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter brought to you by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. They again give it to Belknap. He wants to try the right side, and again he's not going anywhere. As coming up is Titan Knapp to grab him by a leg, and then several other blue-clad Indians there to help him clean it up.
Yeah, Judd was in there. Windward was in there. Linhart, I mean.
Third down and about 6. So another big opportunity for the Indians. Players on the field trying to get the crowd back into the game, waving their hands around, trying to pick up the noise. 7 minutes left as the clock runs. Full house backfield with 3 in the backfield. Anderton in motion. They give it to back to Belknap again. And Belknap gets close, but he's going to be short by about a yard. Knapp again on the stop. And it's fourth down and about a half a yard here. Ball just across the 20-yard line. They need to get to the 19. Clock running with 6:20 to play. You know where they're going. Ray's going to keep it himself. Absolutely. As he's able to push it forward to the 15 to be a first down. As they need to unstack everybody so they can mark the ball and move the chains. As they do have the first down to the 15. The referees say, okay, guys, let's move the chains. As they'll spot it there. Ball spotted at the 17, first and 10. As they'll restart the clock. 6:05 to play here in the fourth. Preston's only gotten off the field once tonight against the Snake River defense. Ray fakes the handoff, throws it underneath. Oh, great tackle as Bradley Paris on the little flare pass.
That was
Inglet comes up to make the stop on Paris as he received it and then took the feet right out from under him.
Yeah, he hit him right with his right shoulder with his sore shoulder. So he's hurting. He's pulling that down. Look at that. He's crimping it pretty tight.
2nd and 9. Very short gain of 1. Anderton in motion. Give it back again as it comes to Belknap. It's a race for the corner, and he's going to be short, out of bounds,
at the 1.
Inside the 1 or at the 1. Either way, it's going to be first and goal as they're going to spot it at the 1-yard line, actually inside the 1. So first and goal from about the half-yard line with 5:11 to play.
Belknap or Rye right through the middle.
This has been all Belknap on this drive. It instead is going to Adderton, who is going to be able to punch it in for the score. It's a 1-yard touchdown run as Adderton punches it in, and it's 40-27 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard with the extra point pending.
Yeah, 43 Adderton, that was his name?
Yes.
He's a big boy, and he was playing fullback there, and they just gave it to him, and he just went right through the line.
So Cerna back on to try the extra point once again to try to make it a 14-point game again. The spot and the kick is up, and it is good. And it's now 41-27. Hold on. Flags after the play. After the kick had gone through, so let's see what they're going to call. Point is good. And what?
They'll no penalty. They're going to take the point.
They're going to pick the flag up, so the call would have been against Preston apparently. They'll take the point instead. So 41-27 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Preston trails by 14 again when we come back right after this.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
So apparently the penalty was a personal foul against the Indians. It looks like they're going to mark off on the kickoff. So instead of kicking from the 40, they're going to kick from the Preston 45.
It'll probably be a pooch kick, make him run it, try to get him down inside the 10.
Oh, yeah. Because Cerna, with his leg, has the ability to kick this thing all the way over by City Hall.
Yeah.
So 41-27, Preston trails by 14 again. 5:08 remaining in the fourth quarter here tonight.
Kicks it to City Hall. We'll have to vote on it.
That would make Mayor Keller very happy. As here's the kick. He will kick it out, and he's going to kick it through the end zone. Kind of silly just to do that, but, whatever.
Right.
So they'll put the ball out at the 20, 1st and 10 for the Indians. See if the offense can go out on a high point here and drive the field and get a touchdown.
Bring it to within 2, within 7, within 8.
So the offense back out on the field. Judd and Winder will line up in the backfield. They'll send 3 receivers right. Single receiver left is Lords. Winder standing at the left side of Judd. As the shotgun snap comes to Judd, looking, wants to throw, look deep. Now he pulls it back down and he wants to run. Coming here to the near sidelines to the 35 and run out of bounds.
We'll get a first down on that.
Trace Stone was behind his man out here near the 50-yard line. I'm not sure if Judd didn't see him or couldn't get the ball that far.
Owen had to tuck that ball in just a little bit earlier than he wanted to because he had both Owen, Pearson, and Stone wide open.
This time they'll flip over and they'll go trips left. The throw underneath goes to Lords. That's caught up to the 44-yard line. Bring up second down and short. As again, they got to go quick as the clock continues to run. 4:39 to play. Twins to each side this time. Stone is the wide man here on the near side. Underneath, Stone, little comeback route. Judd pointing deep. There goes Inglet deep. As he runs out of bounds, he slips and falls as he gets to the 45, which will be good for a first down.
If they mark it inside the line or outside the line, because first down.
It will be first down. So you got right to the 45, which is going to be a first down anyway. It's kind of hard to deny that he didn't get to the 45-yard line because he left a big divot down there where he slipped and fell. He would not be welcome at the golf course as he does not go and fix his divot. Trips left. Jones looking left. Throws underneath, almost intercepted. as he tried to get it underneath the Lords. Pass was knocked away. Pass incomplete, stops the clock with 4:16 left.
Those quick passes have been effective tonight, but we've got to try some different patterns. Lord's got to do a Z trap or some, Z cut out.
Yeah, but even then, that's not that quick. He's rolling 5 or 6 steps one way, and then looks underneath. It's not that quick. And there he goes, rolling again. Again, wants to throw underneath. Throws into a crowd. Lords has it across the 45. Good for another first down.
See, that's that same pattern. He just goes down 5, cuts into the center, and it's a post run.
Yeah, just a little short post. That's all they're doing. As they'll move the chains again up to the 45-yard line. 4 minutes exactly to play here in the fourth. 41-27, Snake River leading on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Twins to each side. Everybody headed down the field. They throw underneath, and there is the first turnover of the game as it's intercepted by Andy Cerna. Cerna with the interception, about the 35, and that's the first turnover of the game.
Unfortunately for the Indians, it was against them, but I think Judd tried to force that in the middle there.
There was nobody there. I mean, everybody was behind that layer of the defense, and it was either a misread or just grossly underthrown.
Yeah.
As Cerna with the interception, and with 3:43 left in the fourth period, Preston comes back out on defense, and they'll have to stop the Snake River offense once again.
Yeah, with a 14-point lead, they should just run the ball, run the clock down.
They'll give it to Belknap as the Bell Cow will carry it again. Gets across the 40 to the 41, and he'll pick up about 7 yards. Merrill on the stop for the Indians.
Merrill's done a great job. He's been on a number of tackles tonight. Jackson Merrill.
I want to remind you, we mentioned Westside. They're rebroadcast of their game coming up, but they're going to the district playoffs, as is the girls volleyball team is headed to state next weekend. We will have coverage of those games, as I'm not sure what that was supposed to be, but little quarterback sneak doesn't get the yardage that they wanted, and they stop the clock with 3:05 to play as the Indians take a timeout. So timeout in the field. But let's talk about Westside football and volleyball. The state championship matches are next weekend in Shelley, as the Pirates are going there. And next weekend, when the playoff for football playoffs, when the pairings come out over the weekend, Westside will know where they're going for the football as well next Friday night. And we'll have that game for you as well here on KACH and on mylocalradio.com. As, of course, we don't want to play complete favorites. We wish Westside Pirates best of luck in football and volleyball as they head into the postseason.
Yep, we cheer any of those around the neighborhood.
So 3rd down and 2. With 3:05 to play, and Snake River with a 14-point lead. Full house backfield. Belknap, the deep man in the eye, and it is a false start against the Panthers. That'll push the ball back 5. It'll be 3rd down and 7. So the Panthers jump. That will change the play call a little bit on your 3rd down thinking.
Yep. Coach says, I'll talk about that one. He had a chance for a first down.
Adderton comes off the field, and he's met there by the coaching staff. He takes his helmet off and kind of a little bit of disgust. Kicks at the grass a little bit over on the sidelines. So they'll throw instead. As it's thrown underneath, it's good for the first down as it gets up to midfield. As the pass complete there to Titan Martin. So Martin gets up to the midfield stripe, and it's a first down. Clock continues to roll as we go down to 2:55 remaining in the game. And, of course, Snake River not in any hurry. as they take their time getting replacements onto the field, break the huddle, get back up here for the first down play. Again, full house backfield, and again, as they'll go to Belknap. Belknap gets across the 45 to the 44 as he'll pick up 6 more. Wish I had our stat computer with us tonight. My computer failed as we got here to the stadium today. But you got to think Belknap is well over 100 yards.
Yeah.
He'd have to be because he had that 48-yard run at the end of the third quarter.
Right. And he's had a great night against the Indians, running the ball.
Picks up 5, second down and 5. 2 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. As Ray stands and looks back at the back judge, just letting the clock run, waiting for him to start the countdown. And he holds up the hands. There's 5 seconds left on the count. He'll make the snap. Give it to Belknap. He's going right up the middle again as they jump on his back as Trace Stone goes for a ride all the way down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. There's another 20 yards for Belknap, 25 yards.
He's a tough one to bring down, that's for sure.
1st and 10 at the 18. 1:20 to play. As again, it's just letting the clock run, and Snake River just kind of forcing Preston's hand. I'm not sure if Preston has any timeouts left or not.
I don't know. I can't remember. I didn't remember.
I don't recall, but they're just kind of letting things run. In fact, the officials aren't letting him snap the ball. They're standing right in the way as the clock continues to run. As down to 50 seconds to play, as now they take the snap and they take a knee. I don't know why the white hat needs to stand right behind the quarterback when he's doing that, but he was very much in the play. As they'll take one more knee, and hold on, we got flags instead. As they're just trying to run the clock out, and the linesman on this side of the field throws a penalty flag.
They had a lineman lined up off sides.
Illegal for procedure against Snake River. The penalty will be declined by the Indians. They'll start the clock, and they'll run out the final 20 seconds here on the clock, and the Preston Indians will finish their season 1-8 on the year, as Snake River will go to the playoffs and will go there with a 6-2 record overall on the year. So a year with so much promise headed into the season. After Eric Thorson had left as head coach, Craig Cunningham came over and took over the program, and Preston ends with a disappointing 1-8 record overall on the year. Stay tuned. The postgame show comes up right after this. Tonight's game has been brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meat and produce in town. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care you'll receive in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, with all the parts you need for your car to keep it running strong. Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto from Mutual of Enumclaw. Procon Homes, building quality multifamily homes across the West. By Les Schwab Tires, stop in and see the tire experts on Main Street in North Logan. North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors in Preston. Evergreen Financial. When planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial in Preston. Level 10 Life. Reach your next level in life with their life coaching sessions. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today. Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. And by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. Now stay tuned for the Ralph's Construction postgame show, coming up next. If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
Hi, my name is Penny Wright, born and raised in Preston. I am your local Medicare agent. I am here to give you the knowledge you need so you can make an informed and wise choice for your Medicare needs. Call me at 208-852-2367 if you're turning 65 or have any Medicare questions.
North Star's Ultimate Outdoors is the best provider of power sport vehicles right here in downtown Preston. Vehicles and equipment from brand names that you know and trust, like Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. Stop in and let us get you ready for your next adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts, 777 North State Street, Preston.
A proud member of the Co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston.
This is the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap tonight's game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at other games from around the area on the Ron Keller Tires scoreboard. Well, welcome back here to the postgame show, brought to you by Ralph's Construction as the Indians lose tonight. The final score 41-27 as the Indians lose by 14 here tonight as, well, once again, offense moved the ball fairly well. Defense had a hard time getting off the field as the Indians come up short once again here tonight.
Well, what can you say? You know, I think the Indians put it all out there. Like I say, Snake River, great running back on Belknap, and Rye was right on with his passes, and we just got beat. That's just flat out the case. Yeah. We just got beat.
Now this Snake River team is going to go a long way in the playoffs when they get started next week. It'll be interesting to see when the pairings come out over the weekend exactly who and where they will be playing. And we certainly wish them the best of luck.
Oh yes.
So Preston drops this one, their final game of the year. They end the season 1-8 overall, 41-27 the final. We'll come back and we'll wrap up tonight's game right after this. If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, before we say goodnight, John, let's get a final thought or two from you.
Well, on to the next sport as well, we can say here. I'm still proud of these boys, these young men. They fought hard. They played hard. We just couldn't get over that area of the not being able to score on some games and letting too many defensive touchdowns.
Right.
I mean, scoring off of our defense. So, we, build it for next year. That's all we can say is put it behind us.
That's all we can do is try to build it up for next year. So that will wrap up our broadcast here tonight as it completes the 2022 football season for the Preston Indians. We want to wish all the seniors the best of luck in whatever their future may hold for them and whatever they may do. Our next scheduled broadcast will be the season opening game for the Lady Indians basketball team, and that comes up on November 12th as the Lady Indians will play host to the Soda Spring Cardinals that night. The pregame show will start about 7. The game will tip off at 7:30, and all the action, of course, will be right here on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on mylocalradio.com. We do invite you, however, to follow both the Westside football and volleyball programs as they head into the state playoffs next weekend. For their games, of course, keep it tuned here on KACH Radio as well. So that'll wrap up our broadcast here for tonight. Stay tuned for a rebroadcast of the Westside Malad game coming up in just a couple of moments. The executive director of KACH Radio Sports is Val Cook. The studio coordinator tonight has been John Beverly. For John Slaughter, I'm Dan Hubbard saying thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and enjoy your weekend. Stay warm as the weather is supposed to be changing here coming up over the next day or two. And remind you of the final score as Snake River beats Preston tonight by the final score of 41-27. Until next time from here at Preston, have a good weekend, everybody, and a very pleasant good night. Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.